thinking I'm back. I'm back, baby! I'm thinking I'm back.
It's the 6 o'clock check-in. Come on, let's go. It's the AM Nasty Big Hello.
Hello!
It's not static AM radio.
It's the Cool Ben Red Hot Nielsen Show. Let's go. Daddy likes. Everybody's tuning in, even my wife.
Mommy likes too.
And those Macromella intros are cutting like a knife. Hey, it's Mitch texting in. He's your dealer for life. Let's crack at 6 o'clock and lager with some sirloin bites. Daddy likes.
Oh, yeah. How is that for a start to a Friday show? My goodness. My goodness. That's got to get you going on a Friday morning, does it not? If you're listening on TuneIn, if you're listening at Edmonton Sports Talk, if you're watching on YouTube, it is the Nielsen Show kicking off another day of excellent sports content right here in the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studios, where you can get your hands on those delicious, delicious, delicious wings that they've dropped in 5 flavors. No big deal.
You know what? Wash those down really well, hey?
A 6 o'clocker lager.
Hey.
Come on, let's go. Ah, God, man. Huge shout out to all of you who are basically selling this out in stores on the very first day.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you can find them.
Yeah.
Isn't that just the case, eh?
Well, it's funny because, Twitter last night I had people texting me being like, wow, man, like, good job with this beer. Like, I was like, yeah, this is going insanely well. Yeah. It was awesome. I finally, I don't know, it was like 3:30 yesterday. I got to the Sobeys at Lewis Estates. I go walking in, and I get into the cooler, and I was just like, man, where's the beer? I don't see the beer. And I turn around, I come walking back up the aisle, and there's a Nasty Clubber. He's standing right there by the beer. He goes, hey, Dusty, it's right here. I said, oh, sweet. He goes, I'm a Nasty Clubber. I was like, yes, you are. This is perfect. But then I turn and look, and I didn't see it because all that was left was kind of pushed to the back because it was almost sold out. So there's a lady there. She looked, it was like when we brought back the Whistle Dog. Like she looked very like, it's right here. There's not much left.
She's been through a war.
Oh, yeah.
It's like she's just kind of got that look on her face. What the hell
Sobeys
happened?
employees across the province yesterday were like, what the hell is this? Somebody yesterday texted to 2 guys in a goalie. They're like, I said, I heard there might be a run on this. And the cashier was like, more like a sprint. I was like,
Yeah.
well, that's good to go.
You ask somebody today, they
Yeah.
just get down on the floor and curl up and start
Yeah,
shaking.
exactly. So there was like, I don't know, there was about 11 4-packs left. And I wanted to go in and buy a flat just to say I bought a flat of this stuff. But I felt bad. I think a lot of people yesterday were guilt shopping because they're like, well, I can't take all of it. So I took 2. The other guy took
That's
1.
nice.
I think Surveyor Brett ended up at that same location like 30 minutes later because I saw him tweet and be like, there's only 5 units left at Lewis Estates. I was like, but I was just there and there was 8. So yeah, it was amazing. So she said, she goes, we have 8 more flats coming in on Saturday. And I was like, maybe you do. Like, well, to see
That's
what
a
ends
hell
up
of a
happening.
thing for you to say to me.
Yeah. You think you're going to get 8 more flats on Saturday?
That is a hell of a thing for you to say to me.
I cannot wait for our conversation with Scott Laurie today Because we're tagging Scott all day.
He's gonna be a busy
yesterday
bee.
with like locations that are out, and Scott's telling people, goes, "I will deliver some to St. Albert. It'll have your name on it." Like Scott's gonna be driving around.
Oh yeah,
all weekend.
it's a personal challenge now.
It really is.
You want to? Let's see where this thing goes. You think you can buy them off the shelf? He's going to be there, putting it right back up. He's going to be behind, much like the grocery store coolers. He'll be in the back there. You take one and he just pushes.
Yeah, just pushes it right there. I used to do that all the time with jugs of milk. I'd wait, and then as soon as somebody took one, I'd be like, "Boop!" Oh, there you go. I used to hide in the dairy cooler all the time.
Some dirty old men in the dairy cooler. I'll say that.
Really?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, it's cold in there, and when you go to buy a thing of milk, and
they're looking at nips. Wow.
It's a 6 o'clock hour. I think I can confess that. And it wasn't
I was
me.
in
Wasn't
the
me.
dairy for multiple
Wasn't
years. Never really thought about looking at nipples.
It's a weird place in there, man.
Unbelievable,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that dairy cooler.
I guess that is why old guys like working
they
in the
love
dairy
going
cooler.
in there. Yeah.
I liked working in there because I'd sneak 1 liters of chocolate milk, and I'd just crush them in the dairy
You got
cooler.
the chocolate milk, and the other two are peeking through the thing.
Yeah. It doesn't matter to me. I was like, what are you guys doing? I'm getting in on this chocolate milk right now. That went bad. That was too good. Tube Sock says, I'm hoping to get mine today after striking out yesterday. It is quite the scene that the 6 o'clocker lager was selling out at locations yesterday. You guys don't know what this means to us. It's absolutely incredible. And I think I had 2 or 3 different people yesterday who texted me who are like, "Hey, Dusty, just a heads up, man. Like, I was going to buy this beer no matter what just to support you guys, but it's absolutely delicious." And it is. I had 2 last night watching the game. I was like, man, this is – and I don't drink a lot of beer at home. If I have Apricot in the fridge, which also coincidentally is Alley Cat, if I have some Apricots in the fridge, I'll drink those. But yeah, crushed a couple of these bad boys last night, and they're just so smooth, man. You're gonna absolutely love them. If you picked some up yesterday, I'm a big conch for everybody supporting the 6 o'clocker lager movement. We love it. Of course, you can text us anytime. It was a good post-game show last night. People were fired up last night. 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. And that'll get you right into the Paris Jewelers inbox because 'tis the season for Paris Jewelers. You can visit and browse all of their inventory online at parisjewelers.com. They have 22 locations all across the country. I like going to the one at West Edmonton Mall so I can hit up the food court at the same time. Right? Huge food court guy. I love going to food courts. Mind you, I never mix and match like different things from different places. But
you don't, eh?
Well, actually, no, that's a lie because I did on Monday. We were there on Monday. We went to get Marshall new glasses on Monday.
Make me your combo.
So we hit. So what I did
Food
was
court tray draft.
food court trade draft. Remember food court
Trade a
draft?
trade.
was
Oh, sure, but
unbelievable.
this is
God, what a draft. Remember I traded down and got taco time.
Yeah, that's a
even
big
though
day.
everybody knew I wanted it at 1. Still probably
Tammy's
the highlight
on
of my
line
drafts,
1.
man. Tammy's on there. Like, oh, that was a very man. That was a wild draft. Isn't that the one where we had like 5 people draft and then JMO got eliminated by the guys at the Bear or something? There was something along those
wild
lines.
times,
I think.
yeah. Well, that was that old commish, eh? That was the kind of the.
That was. No, Matty claims that was pre-commish days.
Oh, BS.
He says it was pre-commish days, so he's probably lying to us. Anyway, local family-owned business started in Edmonton, 22 stores across Canada. Propose now and play later, right? Get down on one knee, pop the question. If you don't, you're a coward. Flexible financing options so you don't have to pay for a year. So what I got was a Chachi sandwich. I love the Chachi's Cajun chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
Mwah.
Kind of by that.
Yeah,
arcade
and then
there.
I went to New York Fries and got a small poutine to share with the
that's
kids.
Easy. Yeah.
So a small poutine, Cajun chicken sandwich. It was good.
Now, what about the fountain pop? Was it an orange Julius?
No, I did not. What did I have to drink that day? Can't remember. Maybe I just had water. Sometimes when I'm with Tammy, I just have water because she's like, "Oh, you're healthy." I was like, "Oh, thanks." Little does she know, I snuck to the bathroom and drank a root beer.
A little bag of Pepsi in your pocket and your long straw. Yeah.
So you hit us up in the nasty chat. Hey, how was the casino last night? Looks like you had the gang out. It looked really fun.
As Lone Star Len chimes in the nasty chat, how about them Cowboys?
Oh, how about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? How about
what a
Gino's
game?
Man, Pete Carroll.
How
I thought
about
his
CeeDee
jaw was
Lamb
going
in
to fall
fantasy?
off. Yeah, well, that's a good one. That was a Gino was just going up.
Gino was going.
Like, holy hell! But it was a great game for the prime time, the Thursday nighters. It always gets a lot of flack, and we weren't too far removed from the Bears.
Been a bunch of duds.
Stellar game on Monday, yeah. So this was great.
This was a great day
you to
for the
everyone
lock
involved.
shop too.
Yeah.
Not from a hockey perspective because the game did not go the way.
Trevor Savage did a
we expected
parlay
it to.
at the
Did he?
casino.
Good,
yeah.
good.
So
I'm glad
he's
he
winning.
Because Huss and I were on the over. Cha-ching. We were on the Seahawks plus the points to Ching. And then we had a little parlay that was JSN over 41.5 yards for Seattle. Got it. Brandon Cooks over like 41.5 yards. Got it. All we needed was Geno Smith to complete 22 passes. And when they gave the ball away the last time with like 2 minutes left, we're like, that's it. He's got 21. He was stuck at 21. We're like, oh my God, I can't believe we're going to end this. But then they get the ball back and we're like, of course he's going to be passing now. So we cashed that bad boy. So another Lock Shop NFL partner parlay hits. And we've been absolutely torching the NFL on parlays this year. So it was awesome that hit last night.
Shout out to Dustin with a Y as well, helping me out with my lights. He rigged up a 3-pronged
get that?
adapter.
What?
Homemade. He did it. So
Come
I
on.
really appreciate that, Dustin with a Y. And what else was I going to mention? Yes, Box Pounder's wife, Jan, sweetheart, taking home the Seahawks toque. She wins the square board.
Really?
Big win.
Box Pounder must have been
She
excited.
walks in. She said, I want that toque. She went out and won it. That's how you do it. Manifesting destiny, right? That's the congratulations, Jan. And Box Pounder, who, well, I'm going to say it, brought Renee a 6 o'clocker lager.
What? At the casino, Eric?
Whatever, like we were playing backgammon, so it's all good. Right?
So he snuck in a 6 o'clocker
In
lager
his
to the
jacket
casino?
pocket, smuggled in.
Oh,
Great play.
That's amazing. This text is in. It says, guys, the store near Calgary Trail told me they were being re-upped on Tuesday. All right. Good to know. Good to know. We're at the point now where if you see 6 o'clocker lager in the wild, tweet it out. Let people know so they can go get their hands on it. I think that's a good one. Morning, boys. Conch, me, you, and the boys at Alley Cat. That was a team effort, drinking all of those beers last night.
And yes, thank you to Alley Cat.
Yeah, Alley Cat. you nailed
I
it.
don't want to I feel like I'm not thanking them enough, or we're not thanking.
Let's be honest. We can come up with the label. We can come up with the name.
Man.
We can work on the partnership with Sobeys to get it done. But if Alley Cat doesn't deliver in the can, then none of it matters because people aren't going to buy a beer that sucks. And this beer is the exact opposite of sucking.
I love you, Cat.
The Wolf says, I got my wife to buy me a whole flat in Leduc last night for when I get home from Kamloops on Sunday. I cannot wait to taste that crisp lager.
He was tweeting out the texts.
It's really
Like
good.
he was texting her through hey, can you do this? And then, that type of thing. But
I love the fact last night I hopped on the text machine prior to the post game, and I was kind of scrolling back through the things. I saw one guy be like, hey, I just drove over to Canmore from BC just to get some 6 o'clock
Border
lager.
jumping
I was
for
like,
the
my
lager.
God,
Yeah.
you're smuggling. People are smuggling this over the border into British Columbia.
put it in a bag first.
He got pulled over in Banff National Park. You got anything in there, sir? Nope, nothing. What's underneath that jacket on the passenger's
Under the
seat?
jacket. Eh?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. Excuse me, sir. Are you illegally transferring alcohol from Alberta to British Columbia? And he goes, yes. And then he says, let me see it. He opens it up, and the cop goes, oh, 6 o'clocker lager? Can I have one? That's probably how that played out.
I thought he'd be hooping it, like a 4-pack. Wrap him up. Up you go. And
The Apprentice is in and says, guys, 1,000-year-old conch, please.
Hey.
Because the Oilers are back. Hey, how's that
you know
sound?
who else is back?
Yeah, this guy's
and getting
back
a
right
monkey off his back. Eh?
Ryan
Eh?
McLeod, officially off the schneid.
Do it all.
Empty netter.
Play it all.
This is Ryan McLeod right now.
I'm back, baby!
I'm back, baby. So we've got, yeah, exactly. Man, that was tweeted at me last night. Somebody's like, I'm back, baby. Frank Costanza voice. I was like, yes.
That's a real
Good idea. So now we've got both of these.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
And,
I'm back, baby!
yeah, it works out real nice, doesn't it?
Man, that Frank turns it up to it.
He does
like
turn
the
it up
Wick
to
thing
another
with
notch.
Shinsuke and everything, but now we're moving now. Like this is
Now it's cranked up a notch.
We're going streaking, right?
Send us your Frank Costanza, I'm back, baby, text messages. Could be I get the mixer text of the day from A&W. You want to get your hands on that $20 gift card. Sheldon actually was in yesterday picking up his gift card to A&W. The mushroom mozzarella burger just made a comeback. Who does this mushroom mozzarella burger think it is? The Oilers? Unbelievable. Available in 3 sizes. Mama, uncle, and the Buddy Burger size, fully loaded with mozzarella, cremini mushrooms, grilled onions, and a grainy Dijon aioli. Is there any other way to get your Dijon aioli outside of grainy? Just $4.59 for limited time only at A&W. And yes, Eric, as you said, the mushroom mozzarella burger.
I'm back, baby!
That's great news. I like that
Why do I
one
see
too.
Mushroom Mozzarella Burger talking? I did that at
I'm back, baby.
6:15. Yeah.
If you have enough of these 6 o'clocker loggers, you can
Maybe
imagine
yeah.
You can imagine a mushroom mozzarella burger talking to you. You know, like, oh my God, what's going on here? This is absolutely incredible. Let's lay out the show for you. Obviously, we got a couple of goal songs we need to get to. Darnell Nurse goal song. Not Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl goal song. We'll get to that as we work our way through the show today. We'll have the good morning after show song as opposed to the bad morning after show song. And of course, you can chime in. I would think, and who knows, maybe there's still some party poopers out there. But 4 games in a row they've won. And I think what's really impressive about it is they've won them all in different ways. Like a tidy 5-0 win against Washington. The classic blowout where everything goes right of the Anaheim Ducks. The big divisional game against Vegas in which they were up 4-2. Almost let it slip away. End up winning in a shootout and didn't completely fall apart. And then last night, they're down 1-0 for most of the game, and they stick with it. And then yada, yada, yada. They win 3-1 after Connor Hellebuck just lets in an all-time stinker.
Well, and there were people
Darnell
complaining.
Nurse,
The over, right? The over. It was all like, where's the track meet?
I'm not going to lie. I wanted those goals. I wanted those goals in a big way.
Yeah.
But it did not happen last night. So we'll get to that as we work our way through. I also asked the question on the postgame show last night. We will bring it back up again, circle around, resetting, I think they call it in the industry. But which of those 4 wins was the most impressive? And actually ranked them. I ranked them last night on the postgame show.
Power ranking.
I had the win last night as the most impressive. Washington was just such a tidy, no-doubter, 5-0 win. I had that as the second most impressive. I put Vegas as the third most impressive win because they were the better team against Vegas for the majority of that hockey game. And, you know, they let it slip away, but they still got it done in the end. And then I put the bare butt spanking of the Anaheim Ducks at the bottom list. Still extremely impressive. But, yeah, so I ranked it the Winnipeg win, the Washington win, the Vegas win, the Anaheim win. And you can do that in the Nasty Chat or in the Paris Jewelers inbox today as well.
Well, and I think we talked yesterday about this break that the team will now face, right, for a week, Wednesday at home to Carolina, and beating the Jets and denying getting hellebucked like they did. That's got to be the win. You can win in a variety of ways, right? But winning like they did last night and going into this week off, I think that's got to give you just the McLeod. I know it's empty net. Getting on the score sheet. Nurse.
A goal is a goal.
Floater.
When you haven't scored in 38, put
but
one
to
even if there's
beat
not a goal there.
Hellebuck to break the dam, you know, in that fashion. Yeah, that's great. And perfect since U.S. Thanksgiving, right? What do we always hear?
Since our watch party,
after
they
U.S.
have not
Thanksgiving,
lost.
that's when the season starts. So.
Yeah. Well,
4-0.
Looks like the Oilers just kind of gave everybody a head start, you know? So we'll see how it goes. They got 6 games coming up at home. Even if you take 3 of those 6, which I think is very conservative thinking right now with the way they're playing, even if you take 3 of those 6, that's 7 of 10 that they would have got during the stretch. And if they play 700 hockey the rest of the way, they will certainly be in a playoff spot. So that's only if they go 500 over the next 6. So that's nice to see. All right, let's lay out the show for you here. We will get into your morning after show brought to you by EM Utility Locating. We'll get to some post game reaction in there as well. Probably Knobloch. Maybe we'll go head coach. Maybe we'll go McLeod. Anyway, we'll get to that as we work our way through the show this morning. Huge surprise from Wayne Sports Cards today for the Crack Pack.
You ain't kidding.
This is good. Wait till you get to 6:45. My God, things just get better and better around Edmonton Sports Talk, and they can get better for you too. So we'll give you some details on that coming up here just before 7 o'clock this morning. Mike Johnson is actually flying this morning. He's on like a 2.5-hour flight, so he can't join us. But Craig Button to the rescue. Texted Craig late last night. I said, hey, Craig, MJ's flying. Do you mind? Can you slide in tomorrow at 7:05? And you know what? I texted Craig. He didn't get back to me right away. So then I texted Gager. I said, Gager, are you available at 7:05 tomorrow? And then right before Gager replied, Button replied and was like, talk to you then. So then Gager, I quickly replied to Gager again. And I go, hey, man, Button's good to go, so we don't need you. And he goes, story of my career. I was just like, damn, sorry, Gager. Like, I felt really bad about that.
He's taking off the cap.
Yeah,
and
I
ready to
know.
go,
He was
and,
already
yeah.
he was midway through setting his alarm for like 6:50, and then so Gager, we love you. But yeah, Button's gonna slide in just after 7 o'clock today. We'll get to your Cool Bet hotline of the day. The local spin for United Sport and Cycle. Give you a chance to win a gift certificate to United Sport and Cycle during that segment. Ian Herbie's gonna pop by from the University of Alberta Golden Bears. They got a big one this week with Grant Max. So we're going to get into that a little bit. We'll go there around 7:45 today. Kind of easy trivia for Mr. Mike. 3 questions too many for the great staff at Park Mazda. Boy, do I have a story about Park Mazda for you. We'll save that for 3 questions too many.
Does it involve Mitch?
Well, I mean, it kind of, I guess,
They all
involves
do
Mitch.
in a way, but
But, yeah.
okay.
As Maddie said yesterday, this is such a you thing, Dusty. You were here for this. Like, how bad is that?
You're gonna love this.
I mean,
You're gonna love this.
I am technically the worst.
You were here for this, right, Jeff? You heard about this?
You were here yesterday when they came to pick up the truck?
No, I missed
Hey,
that.
so I got a little bit of a
great. You're
story.
gonna- yeah, live
I
reaction.
got a little bit of a story around 8:10 today because my truck was going back to get the full protection package on it. Very cool.
Sure, yeah,
I don't know
that's
what
great.
it means. I probably
Yeah,
got
yeah,
sucked
yeah.
in, but I was like, whatever. It sounds awesome. Let's do it.
We're on the West End. Park Mazda's
They're in the park.
kind of a drive, eh?
Yeah. So anyway, let's play this game. Let's play this game. Right? People know me. When I came back in, Maddie was like, "This is the most you thing ever." So the wonderful staff of Park Mazda was like, "We'll bring you a loaner. We'll grab your truck. We'll take it back. We'll do the full protection package, and we'll bring it back to you tomorrow afternoon." So this afternoon. So that's the basis of the story.
They work with you.
Yeah. They come to me to switch the trucks over. Then what happened? Your predictions right now to 780-218-9999.
How did you fumble this one?
780-218-9999. Or you can hit us up in the nasty chat this morning as well with what do you think I did yesterday that Maddie described as the most me thing ever.
Or didn't do.
Or
I guess,
didn't
isn't
do. One or the other. I think there'll be some pretty good guesses. Amos is in this morning and says, "Morning, guys. I was yelling at the TV when the Jets net was empty. I was, pass it to Brown. Pass it to Brown. Then I saw it was in McLeod. I said, no, you shoot. You shoot." So trying to get one of those two guys off the
That empty
schneid.
net was the
Yeah.
last 4-pack at the
Yeah.
Sobeys, and you got Brown and McLeod rushing in to get it.
This text is in and said, "Did Tammy hit one of the trucks?"
Yes.
Oh, I know she's like in a mad scramble getting ready for school and work
Great
today.
guess.
So she's not listening right now. So that's hilarious. Yeah, that's really funny.
Hey, have another Pepsi. Eh?
Yeah, exactly. Big G says, "Hey guys, I'm guessing there's going to be another run of the 6 o'clocker lager." I mean, I also thought about this last night when I was coming home with the 2 4-packs. As I was walking in the house, I was like, man, if they didn't do another run of the 6 o'clocker lager, this would probably be the most epic beer run of all time. Like they ran off 400 flats. They sell in 4 days, and nobody ever has a chance to get it ever again.
That's creating a demand right there.
Well, what happens then is we save these 2 cans and we sell them in 2 years for $2,400. You know what I mean? Like,
Or you try to get into the recipe and home brew it in a bathtub at home.
yes,
Huh?
that would be good. Dusty, you forgot the car seat in the loaner. Nope, I remembered the car seat actually. That was a very mature move of me. I got it as a parent. That was pretty good. Dusty, you got Donair sauce all over the interior of the loaner. That does sound like something I would do, but that's not it either.
Hey, how's the loaner?
The loaner's nice actually.
Yeah.
It's the same type of truck as mine.
Oh, okay.
Sierra, GMC Sierra.
Is it white?
It's a little bit older, I think. No, it's great. It's nice. It's a nice looking truck.
But you're not Rip. You're like Rip Light now.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
it's
not.
kind of-
I'm not
you're
Rip. I
full
mean, I'm wearing the plaid like
Yeah,
Rip,
but
and the
you-
black hat like Rip, and growing a beard like Rip.
Yeah.
But
You
I'm
take
not
people
Rip
to the
today.
LRT platform, right?
Yeah, exactly. Nobody wants to go to the LRT in this city. Come on, man. What do you? I would rather take him to the train station, kill him, and throw him off a cliff than put him on the LRT in this city. 780-218-9999 or in the nasty chat today as well. Many people think I forgot the car seat in the loaner.
Yeah.
I mean, in the end, it wouldn't have mattered because I didn't have to drive my kids anywhere yesterday anyway. So
I mean, I'll say you're warming up with the forgot.
yeah,
I feel like
you're getting there.
you're
You're getting there. Dusty, you forgot the garage opener in the loaner. No, I would say this is worse than forgetting the garage opener in the loaner. This is like a shameful act, Right? Really? Is it not? Like, I was kind of embarrassed yesterday.
It is an embarrassing thing.
Yeah, it's an embarrassing thing.
But it can happen. And you are not a truck. This is your first go around with this stuff.
I'm still learning all this stuff.
So I think you could be forgiven, I guess, if this were to be turned into a pattern of behavior. You've seen the next.
I've seen it pop. I've seen it pop in a few places now. Dusty, did you forget Marshall in the back seat? Actually, you know what? In my truck, the actual truck, when I get out, if there's anything in the back seat, it's like, please check the back seat. Like,
Hello,
I don't know if it's got like a sensor on the weight back. So I turn around and there's Elizabeth sitting there being like, Daddy, don't forget me.
They grow 2 years back there.
Yeah. All right. Let's, should we get into a morning after show? We might as well. Hey,
I'm game.
We got to get into a morning after show here. If you need a conch in the 6 o'clock hour, we can certainly do that as well. But yeah, let's get into another win for your Edmonton Oilers.
There's something happening here. The Oilers look a lot better this year. Another win, put 2 points on the board. Telling me your faith is restored. I think it's time you stop, listen, here we go. Wake up with the morning after show. This year's team's looking strong. Connor and Leon, they can't do no wrong. 6 o'clockers are losing their minds. Getting so many messages on the text line. Think it's time you stop, listen, here we go. Wake up with the morning after show.
All right, got to be feeling good today. I would think this is the other question I'll throw out today. If the Oilers aren't back, in your opinion, what is holding you back from saying they're not back? Mm-hmm. YouTube Trev, you think they're back, don't you?
They're absolutely back.
Absolutely back.
100%.
That's a bold statement. I like that. Absolutely back. I think, now, Cass said on the postgame show last night, he's got like one hand and foot up on the bandwagon. Mm-hmm. Kind of waiting to get back
One's
up on
dragging
it.
along the ground.
Yeah, and it's,
what was his
Cass is a
reasoning,
big guy. Cass is a big guy, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I don't know if I can't remember his reason last night. But he said he's just a little bit hesitant.
Look, well,
which I understand.
You're striving for perfection.
This club has broke many hearts.
Yeah, well, along the way, I think there's always things to work on. That's the sign.
Do you remember, Trev? Do you remember what his?
No,
can't
I actually
remember
don't.
what his reason was.
I know
he said he was like partially on it, but
he jumped from 60% to like 80%.
Yeah, so
being
that's
back
big.
on
Throughout
board.
the show.
yeah.
He went
From the
60% jump
pre to post.
Pre to
Yeah,
post.
so that's a
not
big
bad.
jump.
He's tracking.
I think
good,
if they come out of the break and beat Carolina, Cass will be 100% back on.
Yeah.
Right. If it's a
Well, that'd
20%
be it,
jump
yeah.
per game, it kind of makes sense there.
kind of want that break now. Though,
Well,
right?
that's what you're looking at, right? Let's see what he's able to do. The morning after show brought to you by the great crew over at EM Utility Locating, where they have dug in and found the Oilers' problems. Right? They found all the safe places for the Edmonton Oilers to advance. GPR and concrete scanning, damage prevention, planning, design, education, and training. If you are doing anything that requires a little bit extra research under the ground, EM Utility Locating has you covered. They will help you with the job. They'll help you plan the job. They will make sure the job is done safely, and you can get more information on them at www.emutilitylocating.com. I mean, I think it's pretty basic, the big moment that happened, but where are you going to go with yours?
I'm going with the nurse school.
The nurse school. It has to be the nurse school.
The yeah, I get it. But when that happens, I mean, that the bar, the casino last night, I think, and if you're debating on whether you're back or not, or it's all caps back or lowercase back, 60, 80, whatever, I mean, they're not getting that, right, early in the season. They're not getting that type of luck, the bounce, the luck, the puck luck, whatever you want to call it. And for working as much as they did during that game to have that moment against that specific and particular goaltender, you kind of knew at that point the dam has been breached.
Yeah.
They're going to go after and they're going to get this one, and damn if they didn't. This is one of those things now with a week off, too. You could say, well, they head into this one, but you kind of want to get back at it. But this is just for a mental side of things. And you mentioned all 4 of these wins, all stylistically just a little different. And I think last night, you didn't get the track meet marathon that we were all thinking in terms of goals. But this is a good win. And when you can build off of now and look back on perhaps and say a bit of a turning point. So the Nurse goal, the floater in, right off that mitt.
I like to use this comparison as often as I can. But Hellebuck letting in that goal at that moment was like when Donnie didn't roll a strike in the Big Lebowski. And what happened to Donnie in the Big Lebowski after not rolling that strike? He went outside, they bumped into some nihilists, he had a heart attack, and he died.
Yeah.
And that's basically what ended up happening with the Winnipeg Jets last night. Connor Hellebuck has his Donnie moment, doesn't stop a puck that 100% should have been stopped, and then the Winnipeg Jets run into an Oilers power play, and they die. I mean, that's basically the exact comparison. If you're familiar with the movie Big Lebowski, it really hits. It really hits. I also thought another big moment was Connor McDavid drawing that penalty that got them on the power play, because I think he was brilliant, and he felt that he was all tied up and kind of went to yank his stick out and sort of let it go, knowing that he was
embellishment.
No, it's not embellishment, because he didn't embellish, but like he if he holds onto his stick and continues to fight through, instead he was like, what? And they're like, and they've been pushing so hard, and you knew they were going to get a power play at some point. I just thought, and maybe I'm giving Connor McDavid like too brilliant level of genius here to draw a penalty in that fashion. But I honestly think he was like, oh, yeah, they're going to call a penalty here. Watch this. I'll tie myself up here. I'll move my hands out. Stick will go down. Boom, we're on a power play. I'm going to set over to Draisaitl. He's going to rip one home, and we're back, baby. You know, like that's...
When a receiver feels a hand, you go, like, that's...
a little tug.
I've been saying for a long time that this team can't walk that line so much and that they don't play the greasy stuff, the dark arts, shall we say.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm all for it.
You like them being sly
You
dogs
have
every
to be
once in a
smart.
while. Yeah.
You have to find those. You can't. It's not an honest person's game. You're not gonna raise a banner due to honesty and playing the game the right way. Nobody cares about that. No orange slices here. This is pro hockey.
JCD 780 says, credit to Nurse, though. Watch the replay. It was a super sneaky quick release. Okay, let's calm down for a second here. If Stuart Skinner lets in that goal, he should never play in the National Hockey League again. Today we're giving Nurse credit for the goal. Come on. It was an all-time softie. Good on Nurse to put a puck on net, but that puck should have been stopped 100 times out of 100. It was an all-time soft goal. So we're not gonna get that carried away today. Super stat of the night. What are you looking at?
Just the brilliance of Nurse, right? To place.
Can you believe Nurse putting it right off the glove and in like that? That's incredible.
Said special teams, and you mentioned it as well. Yes, the Nurse goal breaks the dam, gets them on the board, but then Leon Draisaitl converting and putting them up front and ahead for good. Yeah, that's my super stat will be the special team. I know Winnipeg got one there on the PP, but 50%, 1 of 2 for the Oilers. I'll go with the special teams for the super stat night. And credit to Stuart Skinner as well. And where is it here?
962.
962. 962. 962. 9.
My super stat has to be the faceoffs, man. This is ridiculous. 71% of the faceoffs were won by the Edmonton Oilers last night. I'm not sure the last time we've ever said the Oilers won 71% of the faceoffs. Connor McDavid, 88.9% on the dot.
McLeod, 53.9.
Yeah, McLeod, 53.9.
Is above that 50%.
That's above the 50.
That you take it, right?
That he was looking at. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's got to be my super stat of the night. 71% in the dot.
Look at you going to the face-offs. I love it. That's
well.
great.
Look, man. Sometimes you got to look at the analytics, and the analytics say they won 71% of the face-offs. I know it's a deep dive for some people.
Yeah. FOs per
that's
60.
That's a big one. Yeah. 3 stars of the game at the bottom of the page at NHL.com. Leon Draisaitl, Cole Perfetti, and Zach Hyman pulling in a 3rd star of the game last night. Big return to the lineup, I guess.
And who got the painter? Did you see that old Ryan McLeod?
Ryan McLeod was
the
painting,
beret.
and CC was plunging. I wish they came up with something nasty.
No, that's what I look forward to now. Every win is that.
I just feel like a team with a plunger and a painter get eliminated somewhere in the playoffs by a team that has like an axe and a bow and arrow.
Well, somebody's asking, where's the leather vest? You know, the motorbike jacket. They go from a motorbike jacket fully patched to a. Yeah, it's funny. 4th star, I guess, is what you'd be looking for. I don't know. Skinner, You could argue that the Jets. I don't know how many good looks you would say that how dangerous
No, but
it
I
was
thought
at times, but
thought he played well enough, man. He
close
was
scoring game, and we mentioned the save percentage. I mean, we railroaded him enough on certain mornings, and maybe justifiably, but yeah, in a tight game like this, I think you kind of look at the goal.
The one goal that went in, I didn't think he had a chance. I know some people might come up with some sort of bizarre way where he can stop one, where the guy in Winnipeg was stronger than the Oiler and tipped it in on what was just a nice play. But yeah, no, I definitely think Skinner deserves. It's crazy because Hellebuck was brilliant last night.
Yeah,
but Skinner didn't let in a soft one, and Hellebuck did. So you almost make the case
you
that
have
he
to.
played
Yeah,
better.
in that sense, he gets the win. But yeah, Hellebuck was. I mean, after that first period, and how it was,
Hellebuck, man.
The Jets leaving. What was it? You put Hellebuck on the that's what you're kind of missing in terms of this season. If you had Hellebuck on the Oilers, he'd be stealing you a period or two here or there. But yeah, I'll go with Skinner and Nurse as well. I mean, the goal is nice, and I think props to YouTube Trev here for you're 2-2 now. Hey, you're on a streak.
Yeah,
this guy's on fire over
heating
here.
up.
Yeah, it's luck. It's honestly luck. But
who do you think's going to score against Carolina?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I don't know. There's a lot to take in. There's like 6 days.
You got to take a deep dive.
Yeah. I have to look at the numbers and
Makes sense.
see how they've been playing. But no, Hellebuck was extremely. You just had to, man. You knew he was on, and you just knew it was going to be a greasy goal that was going to go in. And that's kind of how I was thinking, and that's kind of what happened. So it was interesting. But
you called the Nurse goal like Nurse called his shot.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go. Yeah,
I knew exactly.
Right before, if you look closely at the replay, you'll see Darnell Nurse point directly at Hellebuck's glove before he shot that puck.
This is where I'm going.
Going right there. Boom. Off. Called it, actually.
Never a doubt.
Looked at the defenseman and said, off the glove and in. Boom. And it worked.
Oh, boy.
The 38th star of the game last night. This was a tough one because I thought both teams played a relatively good hockey game.
Say Hellebuck.
That seems so unfair because he's the only reason that they were up 1-0 at that point. So even with the stinker, I can't do it. I'm seeing zeros across the board from Sandberg. So nothing. No shots, no hits. Played over 16 minutes on the back end.
And that is all zeros.
Like, at least Dylan had 5 hits in the game.
Yeah,
last night. Sandberg literally was like he wasn't there. So I guess we'll go there from the game last night. But it was a really well played game from both sides last night, I thought. Let's get to your EM utility locating Steady Eddie of the evening. Any suggestions for the Steady Eddie, buddy? I've got
definition of the term "be damned." I'm just kind of looking at Ryan McLeod. He got the Painter Award. He got the goal. We've been talking about. It's
true.
a Friday.
I mean,
if there was any day to break from like the rigid structure of a Steady Eddie,
because like CC, like the Plunger Award is basically the Steady Eddie.
Yep,
I mean, but yeah, that's nice. That's nice. An assist,
going to the weekend,
had the goal. I was gonna give Skinner some love for the Steady Eddie,
and
he was steady too. Skinner, CC, but let's go with Ryan McLeod, your EM utility locating Steady Eddie of the evening. Let's get to some post-game audio. Who do we got? Do we end up having Chris Knobloch? All right, let's go to Chris Knobloch after the game.
Your group's perseverance through that game tonight.
Oh, yeah, I was very happy with our guys. There could have obviously been frustration. I thought we played pretty well for the first 40 minutes. Could have had some goals. Obviously their goalie played really well. A few missed chances, just missing wide. And the guys didn't deviate from the game plan and stuck with it. And, we got a little bit of a break on the first goal, but I think it was deserved considering how many opportunities we had.
How much is Darnell's goal an example of getting pucks on net is just a great thing?
Well, yeah, you never know what can happen. Whether that's going straight in, more often that's more of a rebound. But, it was nice for him to get rewarded because I thought Darnell had a really solid game tonight.
It seemed like your team was determined, every time maybe they could have put their head down and felt a little bit like, oh, why isn't this happening for us? They just kept pushing forward harder. What was your assessment of that?
Absolutely. Where, the work ethic would have stayed, but often guys deviate from the plan. It's not working and just take shortcuts on trying to create some more offense. But, I didn't see that tonight. I saw us sticking with the game plan and working hard. They defend really well and make it tough getting to the net. But, I'm certainly happy with the way the guys played today.
There you go. That is Coach Chris Knobloch. And the Edmonton Oilers have won 4 in a row. That is your morning after show brought to you by EM Utility. Locating, visit them, emutilitylocating.com. They'll give you all the help you need with GPR and concrete scanning, damage prevention, planning, design, education, and training. Also, huge shout out last night to Gene Principe on the pregame, they had somebody shaving his mustache as he tied it in. And Principe is like the Principe start from every game is must-watch television in the Nielsen household. I'm sitting there yesterday, and I was, I got home, crushed a quick nap. So I got up like right before the game started, and I came up and I was in the kitchen doing something. And I was telling my wife, my own wife does this to me. I was telling her about the airport meeting, and I'll just say it was a good meeting. There's no private jet coming, but it was a good meeting. We'll just leave it at that. Anyway, I'm like, oh yeah, airport meeting. Yeah, here's what they want to do. Like, it's really exciting. She goes, quiet. Gene's talking. I was like, I'm your husband. I'm telling you about a great day I had at work. Could you imagine if she was talking to me and I said, quiet,
no,
Gene's talking? Like, that's not going to go over well at all. But anyway, we all stopped as a family and kind of held hands in front of the TV and watched Gene Principe. Just a master class from the one-time hangout guest, Gene Principe.
Yours would be quiet. Suits is on the TV.
Yeah. Imagine how that would go over. Like, my God.
But they had
the
the split screen of his shaven, and then the split screen was freaking me out because he tans so well and the lighting was a little weird. But props to Gene. He's a king among men.
Nobody else in the country, from a broadcasting perspective, can pull off what Gene Principe pulls off. It's simple. He's a treasure. Don't ever be like, oh, another Gene shtick. Enjoy it because he's brilliant. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, especially on a 4-game heater.
Yeah. I mean, if he's shaving his mustache when they're down, like lost 8 in a row, like, come on, Gino.
There's jokes
what are
and
you
everything.
doing?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was just a masterclass, man. That guy is the absolute best. Let's get to a couple of text messages. Then we'll do the crack pack for Wayne's sports cards. And boy, do we got a nice little something here today. This is going to be exciting. This makes
the season.
This makes the whole month absolutely amazing. We got some conch requests, though, so let's dive into these. Good morning, boys. Can we get a conch? Last chance for me to bag a buck. Whoa, that's nice. About to head out with my 11-year-old son on his birthday. Hopefully the hunting gods look favorably down upon us. Dwayne from the Tway. We brought this up on the postgame show last night because we were talking, Tommy obviously doing the Bozone Live last night.
Mm-hmm.
There was going to be a little. And Cass and I were joking that, I think they should change deer hunting into catch and release like fishing, where you have to catch the deer and then it poses for a picture as you hold its head, because that's all you're really there for, right? You're there for the picture
rack.
with the rack.
Yeah.
So the deer's like, oh, damn it. Okay. Boom. Take the picture. And then you're like, good boy. And you set him out and he takes off. Like, why? I don't get it. If you have to release fish, why can you not catch the bug? Like, shoot it with a tranquilizer dart. Sit down.
Get
a picture with its rack. And then just like wake it up, shake it up, and it runs back off to its family.
Cut a little back strap off.
Yeah, just a little piece. Cut off its tail. I don't know. I feel like
You ever
I
seen
feel
a
like
deer
there's a
smile?
sport there.
Like,
Catch and release buck hunting.
I want the deer smiling too.
Yeah, let's make that happen. Let's make that a thing. Anyway, Dwayne, good luck killing one of those bad boys today, and bring us some of the meat after. That'd be great. Jeff from Hamilton says, conch me for joining the Premium Nasty Club this morning. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Here, 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 here.
Here, 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 here.
Yeah.
Well, if you head over
Welcome
to
aboard.
The Edmonton Sports Talk Twitter account right now, at YEG Sports Talk, I'm going to issue a tweeter. Maddie's got it all set up. Like those packages.
Oh, did you take a picture of it?
They're ready to go, and it's a beautiful thing. Like Matt's orchestrated this, and only the Matt I want to.
It's unbelievable.
Remember yesterday during the meeting, he's got the sheets.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Names, number, like this. We're rolling it out the only way we can, and it's the best way we can because Matthew Iwanik's doing it. But all the bags, you've all got your own individual package, and this is going to be nice. So swing by. You can swing by I think we start today or something like that.
I think today at 9 o'clock you can start picking up your.
Swing by, and I'm going to.
Is that what he
the
said?
picture right
Did he
now.
tell us it was today?
Yeah. You can get your swag today. He was the last one here last night.
What?
He was still grinding
He was here
away.
while we were doing post?
Yeah. And then I left. I'm like, do you need a hand? He's like, no, go get some sleep. I'm like, no, you go get some sleep.
So Matty was here all day yesterday.
All day.
My God. But he is like, he was not going to leave till that was done.
Yeah,
This
no.
was this was a personal project of his.
Yeah, he handled all the nasty clubs.
And he heard us chirping. Oh, looks a little messy over there, man.
Yeah.
Hey, like he knew.
Well,
and
his
now
office was a mess.
Oh, it was terrible.
HR Daddy's gonna have to have some words. It's dangerous over there. There's boxes stacked upon boxes. But yeah, he sits down yesterday, and we had our meeting yesterday, our staff meeting yesterday. And Maddie sits down and he goes, here's the list. They come in. You cross off their name here. You see their number. You don't tell them their number because we want their number to be a surprise when they come in. And then you go over and he's got like this, like a receipt. He's like, you have them sign here. You keep this copy. You put it on my desk. You give them this copy, and then we know that they've come. Like,
I love working on a Maddie Iwanek project. Like I like you feel like an employee now, and you're like, okay, ready to go.
Well, here's the thing. Now that we've elevated you to Trev to be with us, Maddie has way more time during the day for other projects.
Yeah.
I don't know what's coming next, but the Nasty Club is really set up nicely here.
Yeah,
So,
he's excited.
That's good. That's
And that's the guy you want running this club. If you're a member of the club, that's who you want running this thing.
like a silent member, like a silent runner of it. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
Not like
we
the
don't want him
commish-
doing post-show
he's not
shows all
commish
of a
stuff.
sudden. But, I mean, nobody operates behind the scenes better than Matthew Wanek
He's got you.
operates behind the
He's
scenes.
got you,
It's
yeah.
just that simple. All right, let's see here. Should we, you know what? Let's do this. Let's go Leon Draisaitl goal song. Then we'll get into the crack pack. We haven't hit a goal song yet. By the way, goal songs for all you Nasty Clubbers in the bonus content section of the Nasty Club. And the post-show show is now in its own section. If you just click on shows, you'll see post-show show, and all the post-show shows are there. But Leon Draisaitl with what people like to call the eventual game winner.
Try, try, try. Try, 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 try. Try, 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 try. Leon scored a goal tonight. Watching him play is quite a sight. You know this song is tight. Oilers fans, come on. You loved him endlessly since he was drafted number 3. He's a center with a size that was born in Cologne. Try to stop him, you can't do much more. That ain't no lie. You just wanna see him shoot and score. It was try, 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 try. Gonna make a fool out of you. Probably score a goal and assist on 2. You can't stop him, and that ain't no lie. Cause it's try, 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 try. Don't even try to play him rough. Leon is a German, so you know he's tough. His hands are crazy, and Aikens loved his eyes. Yeah, it's try, 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 try.
Leon Draisaitl from his spot. That's always exciting.
What is it? It's an office?
His
It's
spot,
not a
Leon
25th
Draisaitl's
floor fellatio suite. You know that, but...
Big Rig Butcher. Man, I feel bad for this guy. Guys, can I get a conch? My hot water tank blew yesterday. The Oilers game was blacked out in my region. And to top it off, I'll probably never get to try the 6 o'clocker lager because I live in Manitoba. Go Oilers. That's a tough one.
I think there was like a long-haul trucker that said he's bringing a few cases to
Really?
the province.
That's
so if you
good,
can
too.
find him, I mean,
Yeah.
good luck.
Big Rig Butcher, if you want to send us your dog, we'll take it out back and shoot it in the head for you.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's just a tough look. I like that. I want to get to this one, too, from Aaron in the Nasty chat. Guys, one more conch for the newest little 6 a.m. Nasty. Doesn't want to go to bed and would rather listen to the show this morning. Well, if there's one thing that's going to put a baby to sleep, it's this. Mind you, once a baby is asleep, you could drop it in an active volcano and it wouldn't wake up. Like, they're out. It's like, wake up! I thought for sure for about, I don't know, I'd probably say 3 times a week for both of my kids for the first 2 months they were born. I thought they were dead.
Are you?
I thought they were dead. I was
anything in
just
here
like,
you
oh my
can-
God, wake up, wake up. It was nuts. All right, how about this? This is what a treat today. Let's crack some packs with Wayne Sports Cards here. This is amazing.
If you see a card store on the side of the road, you think, gotta tweet it to the
Crack Pack! Crack Pack, yeah, yeah. I'm tracking down all the young guns today. Looking for the young
It's worth about 20, so hurry up and sell it to get more money.
The Crack Pack is a little old gang where we can crack together. Crack Pack, baby.
A crack pack, baby.
Crack Pack,
Baby crack pack. Crack pack. Baby crack pack.
And Fergie's prostate as well. I did beat Trevor at backgammon last night, so just let that be known. Just wanted to get
look at
that
this
out.
guy.
Just to get it out in the.
The backgammon bully of
We don't
Century
need to
Casino.
be obsessed with it, but I just wanted to get it on record here. We got
The first week of my daughter's life, we were in Walmart when the fire alarm went off. She didn't even wake up in her stroller. We were worried she was deaf. LMAO.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, you would. Yeah, at that point, you're
You
like, oh
have
my!
those
You panic about everything when your children are born. It's just that's the way of life. All right, so I pop into Wayne's yesterday. Got a bunch of envelopes because I got to get out those final breaks that you wrapped. So I went in yesterday, bought 75 envelopes, and they're like, thank God you came by today. I was like, why? And Wayne's like, well, I was going to swing by your office at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. I was like, what? That's amazing. I wish I didn't come in. So we get like this knock on the door. It's like, who is it? And it's Wayne. And what is Wayne delivering? And if you haven't been to Wayne's yet, I mean, a lot of you know where Wayne's is, but it's just north of West Edmonton Mall in the little mini mall right there.
I would expect he'd be in full
right by
mascot
170th.
costume as well. I mean, he'd pop in.
Yeah. Anyway, they've got these bad boys, and they hooked us up with these. Ladies and gentlemen, these are advent calendars with cards in them. Come on, cheese me. So these are advent calendars, which you can still get. I know, like, today's December 1st, but they still have a bunch of these down there. So you can swing on down to Wayne's, get yourself an advent calendar, and then crack along with us throughout the entire year. So let's see this, Rick. Rick's got one, and I got one, and this is gonna be fun.
You want?
Yeah, no, one. We each have our own.
Wow.
So you open up the advent calendar, all right, and then inside there's all these little boxes, and these boxes each have a pack in it. So you just have to go through and find the one box. There's the two. There's the three. Here's one. So I got my number one, and then you save the rest for tomorrow. Now on Monday we'll get to do three, because we'll get to do the second, the third, and the fourth.
Catching up to do.
That'll be nice. All right, so there you go. So find your number one there. Oh, wow, right on the top. That was quick.
They're like things of fries. Eh?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, it looks like McDonald's French fries. Doesn't smell like McDonald's French fries. All right, here we go. So then you open up your box, and you get a pack inside. I got 2018-19 Upper Deck Series 2. But you got two packs.
Well, we can share here. I got an MVP 23-24.
Okay.
And then I got one of those National Hockey Card days.
Okay,
So
nice.
this is
Okay, no, that's good. All right, and then you open your pack. And you get to do this every single day leading up to Christmas. And they got a bunch of different Christmas boxes in there, but the Advent thing. Ryan McLeod?
Merry Christmas.
Yes, the pull
Merry
Yarvey.
Christmas, buddy.
A Christmas miracle. A Christmas miracle.
Holy
God, I love it. Look at him. Look, and his tongue's out. He's like, that's amazing. What a pull.
Ooh, and a Nick Suzuki auto here.
Oh, yeah, the MVP autos. Yeah, there we go. Tara Vinen, Victor Arvidsson, Jake Gardner. Oh, my goodness. Another Christmas miracle. Connor McDavid canvas. Are you kidding me?
Come on now.
Look at this. We are hitting big. Yeah, Trevor. This is from, what is this? 2018-19 Upper Deck. That's a McDavid canvas. Who's he? Is that Crosby? That's Sid the Kid he's facing off against, too. You know what's crazy,
That's
actually?
hot.
I don't think I have this card. So I won't get it. Marshall will take it the moment I get home, but still. All right, buddy. Open up the other. We'll put the National Hockey Day card pack.
Oh, you want to do it together?
No. You do it, my man. It's your lucky box.
Yeah,
Yeah.
is that it, hey?
But how awesome are these, man? Pick them up for yourself. Pick them up for a kid.
What a great idea.
Yeah, I mean,
That's awesome.
I like the Advent game getting cranked up a notch.
Yeah.
You know, it was always just chocolate.
Forever. This is so new. I love it.
Dylan Holloway, prominent rookies. This is a great start
These
to
are
the
nice,
Advent
these,
calendar. We got
Hockey
the
Card Day
Jessa
ones,
Puljujarvi. You know, let's save all of our Oilers and see if we can pull the whole bloody lineup.
Get the team, yeah.
In the Advent box, right? So is that it? Did you get any other Oilers? Any other base Oilers or anything?
That was it.
Okay, so we've already got Jessa Puljujarvi, which she's gone now. But we got Dylan Holloway and we got Connor McDavid. So that's two. Let's keep cracking. So yeah, it's the Advent calendar. You can snag it at Wayne's. I'm sure they're going to move a few today, so you're going to want to go in and get your hands on this bad boy. And a different pack every single day.
Yeah, and it's not bad on the teeth, right? It's not chocolate. It's not getting you. It's just cards. It's an innocent hobby.
You can't go wrong, man. It's pretty awesome, actually. Bisomass guy says, Dusty, I need that Yesa Puljujärvi card. Let's be honest. Nobody really needs Yesa Puljujärvi cards. I mean, I love the guy more than anybody in the world, but even I don't need Yesa Puljujärvi cards. Belineski says, bloody hell, get a card cam already. You know, for example, today, that camera right there is active. We could have moved that camera over right here and then could have got some close-up shots. Give us time. Give us time.
It's all on the way, right? Once Matty Iwanek's done with the Nasty Club, he'll install the card cam.
Yeah, that might be his next project. What do you guys think Matty's next project is? Any ideas?
Like, he knows the year. He probably has a 5-year, 10-year, I would assume, like vision. Like,
no, Matty has a lifetime vision.
Well, it's all.
Yeah. Matty's going to sit down when he's 65 and go, yep, did it all.
Well, that's...
I don't know. I know he is. I don't think this is telling tales because you know we're going to continue to do awesome things. But Matty's next big project is going to be a golf tournament. We're going to have a golf tournament in the summer, and Matty. Before we even started this, I remember we sat down at Earl's. We sat down at Earl's, and we're like, "Well, what should we do?" And Matt was like, "Whatever it is, it's a golf tournament," because TSN 1260's golf tournament was legendary, and then it got killed. And they were never going to bring it back. So that's something that we're going to do for sure in the summer. Team up with Murray out at the ranch and just put together a kick-ass tournament. And Matty's already he's told us multiple times, he goes, in January, I start tournament planning.
This might be, say 65. I think after the golf, he's done. Like, this is his opus. This is what he's always, and the golf tournament, you do the golf tournament and then, go out on a high.
I'm already looking forward to the golf tournament because I know he's going to put everything he has into it, and I know it's going to be awesome. But I'm going to nitpick the smallest things the entire day.
We should all do that.
Yeah.
Just this could have been done a little bit better.
Oh, Matty, only 2 tables for registration? Interesting.
But
we all have our own one line.
Just the one little thing we keep saying over and over and over.
Yeah.
That'd be good. The doc says, do a bond spiel, boys. A bond spiel. Matty would like to organize a bond spiel. You guys have done the bond spiel
hell yeah.
before. You don't even need a lot of people to do a bond spiel.
It's not a bad idea.
What do you need, 6 teams?
Get on the pebble again.
Back out on the pebble.
Back on the pebble, baby.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that.
That's a great idea, actually. We'll run that over
bond
his
spiel.
desk. Oh,
Yeah, an ESC bond spiel would be actually, we'll put it on the agenda for a mid-December meeting.
How much are the advent calendars people are asking?
That's a great question. I don't even know. He gave them to me.
All the more reason to pop by Wayne's and ask,
Yeah. Pop in and check it out. They got a bunch, Wayne's has done a good job at coming up with other fun ways to crack packs, right? So they've got the Christmas mystery pack in there. They've got the basic Christmas mystery box. Then they've got the high-end Christmas mystery box where you can hit up to $2,000 in jerseys or boxes or whatever. So they got. I mean, 'tis the season. They got all the Lego in the world that you're ever gonna need. And then they're a huge Funko Pop place.
Yes.
And you know what I got my eye on for Funko Pops? Wyatt Earp, Doc Holliday, for Tombstone Tuesdays. Those 2 cute little buggers right here on the desk with
They
us.
do exist, correct?
They exist.
Yeah,
it's
okay.
a thing.
You've seen it.
It's a thing. I've seen them. I don't know if it had to be ordered online or if they have them at Wayne's, but the Tombstone Funko Pops, maybe we'll make that Matty's next project.
Well, somebody else is suggesting perhaps a ball hockey tournament for a.
People, you won't like me playing in a 3-on-3 ball hockey tournament. I'll do something stupid. I'll lose my temper, and nobody will like me ever again. I can't do that anymore. I used to get kicked out. I can't do that. It would not be good for us. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Scummy affair. Hey?
Right now, yeah. What are you gonna do? You know what? I would have some time for it if the Gazzola brothers were on other teams and it all finally came to a head.
That's your main event.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Yeah, I think that would be that'd be pretty good actually. All right, we do have Craig Button. He's gonna pop by. The Oilers, they're back, right, baby? They're back. If they're not back, why don't you think they're back just yet? 4 wins in a row, all 4 wins in different ways. I'm having a hard time trying to find out why we wouldn't think they're back. So if you don't think they're back, if you're trying to be let's just pump the brakes here a little bit, boys, let us know. But first, let's get to a sports rewind with Lieutenant Eric. Craig Button coming up in less than 2 minutes.
The Edmonton Oilers perfect since U.S. Thanksgiving. They're on a 4-game win streak thanks to a 3-1 victory over the Jets. Nurse, Draisaitl, and McLeod with the goals, while Stuart Skinner stopped 25 of 26 shots faced. Oilers back home to host Carolina on Wednesday. Dallas Cowboys have 14 straight wins at home. Wasn't easy, though. They get past Seattle 41-35, kicking off Week 13 in the NFL. Dak Prescott tossing 3 touchdowns in the win. Edmonton Oil Kings back in action tonight. They'll host the Everett Silvertips from Rogers Place. It's also the 16th annual Teddy Bear Toss tonight. Tickets are going fast. More than 16,500 sold as of yesterday, as the club are expecting a sellout. U of A Golden Bears and Pandas back on the ice tonight as well in a weekend series with the Grant McEwen Griffins. Puck drop 7 o'clock tonight as the Golden Bears take to the Drake Ice, while the Pandas and Griffins tangle at the downtown arena. And Raptors host the Knicks tonight, one of 6 games around the NBA. Sports Rewind brought to you by Universal Rewind. Maintenance days aren't just for hockey players. Electric motors need that tender, loving care as well. Contact Universal Rewind to have them properly maintain your motors. Choose experience, expertise, and quality. Choose Universal Rewind.
The Nielsen Show featuring Lieutenant Eric. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk.
.702 on the Nielsen Show. Eric was mentioning the Golden Bears and the Griffins this week. We're going to have Ian Herbers, head coach of the Bears. He's going to pop by here around 7:45 today. That'll be your local spin for United Sport and Cycle. -11 in the Edmonton area right now, looking for a high of around -4 for today. Temperatures back above 0 from Sunday through Thursday next week.
You and me go flooding.
Yeah, I could have got a flood in last night, but I didn't put the liner in yesterday because I didn't get home till like 4. I had a quick nap and then had to do posts. So today, I might get the liner in, do some flooding tonight maybe, which would be nice. All right, our first guest of the day is our NHL analyst, Craig Button, brought to you by Pro-Am Sports. The Oilers are on a 4-game heater. Like you, the Pro-Am boys are relieved too. The entire city is relieved when the Edmonton Oilers get going the way they are right now. Craig, thanks for stepping in on short notice today. Mike Johnson's on like a 2.5-hour flight today, so he could not pop by. But you get to talk about another Edmonton Oilers win, 4 in a row. And last night, Craig, they just stuck with it against the Jets, didn't they?
They did. I mean, I'm in Winnipeg, so I was at the game.
Oh, perfect.
Doing it for TSN. So, a front row seat, I'd be remiss in not mentioning Stuart Skinner. 9.35 save percentage in his 7 wins. He's had 7 wins in his last 9 starts. 9.35 save percentage. Stuart, like the Edmonton Oilers, there was no way they were as bad as they were playing at that point in time. And I think that the team and Stuart Skinner have shown that they're better than what was going on the first 15 games. And that's good. And they did stick with it. And it was a hard game. It was a hard game. Both teams, I thought, played really well. Both goaltenders were sharp. And then, you stick with it. And then the Darnell Nurse goal, it's just one of those things. And then you think about opportunities that arise. Fourth line out for Winnipeg. They ice the puck. Here comes McDavid, Draisaitl, Hyman over the boards. They draw a penalty, power play that's been on fire. There's the game. It's unbelievable how wired in they are. Wired in. And Chris Knobloch's wired in too. I mean, there was the play with when Morrissey left the game. I mean, all of a sudden now he's not available to the Winnipeg Jets, and Chris Knobloch,
right away got them out there, yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, like real sharp coaching, really, really sharp coaching, and the players feel that. Like the players are like, hey, we're ready to go here, and you could see that. You could see that in the rhythm of their play, the rhythm of of just the way they kept rolling out there, and it was really solid, and certainly, what you expected to see from the Edmonton Oilers, I think that everybody's seeing it now.
Connor McDavid, watching him in person last night, Craig, he looks like he is fully healthy again, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's kind of scary. I was joking on the broadcast before the game. I don't know if I was joking. It might be serious. Kevin Sawyer was doing a thing on Connor McDavid, and I said, they said the best player on the planet. There's only one reason Connor McDavid plays in the NHL. It's because there's not a better league out there for him. He really is. He is clearly the best player on the planet. And, it always amazes me, Dustin and Eric, when a player struggles and, people think, oh, yeah, he's off. Give me a break. Is he off? And it's happening in Toronto with Austin Matthews. These guys are great players. And great players go through some stretches, where they might not be producing at the rate that we're accustomed to seeing them, but they haven't become less than great players. And, Connor was dancing last night. He could have had 5 points again last night. It was unbelievable. But even that on the winning goal, just the way he manipulates the defense, and Connor Hellebuck's such a smart goaltender, but Connor delivered that pass over to it was just unbelievable. You could teach 1,000 players that play, and they couldn't do it. That's the brilliance of Connor McDavid. It's not just that he's a great player. There's just nobody like him.
Craig, and you mentioned the 4 wins, perfect since U.S. Thanksgiving, winning in different ways. Dustin had the question this morning, and I think on the post-game last night as well. This constant strive for perfection. What, if you're not on the bandwagon as of yet, why do you think there would be a reason somebody wouldn't be from your standpoint? Is there any sort of reason why you wouldn't be fully on this thing, chugging along the prairie?
Yeah, I can't think of any good reason, Eric. And obviously it's an uphill battle. I think it's a wild card.
Yeah.
But that's what I think it is. And but at the end of it, you look at teams that are out of the playoffs, at this point in time, teams have, struggled somewhat. Why would you bet against the Edmonton Oilers? Why wouldn't you get on the bandwagon? I think they're the team that can push their way into the playoffs. Now, it becomes really difficult, the path that they're on as a wild card to try to move on. But that's not the worry today. And the reason, so I'm going to give you 2 reasons why you should be on the bandwagon. Because when 97 and 29 get chugging along, all you got to do is get on the train.
Yeah.
You don't have to get the train moving. You just got to get on it.
Doesn't matter where you're sitting. Doesn't matter your seat, anything like that. You're on the thing. And,
bingo, Eric. You're exact. Look at what those 2 do. Over the years, they're so good, and that's no other team in the league has a duo like that. I would say anybody close would be McKinnon and Makar in Colorado, but they're not in the class of 97 and 29. And the other thing too, and Chris Knobloch, you talk about the team, how efficient they were. Chris has them steady. Chris's personality is steady. Chris's personality is calm. We got this under control, and we're just going to go and play. That's what you see in the team. You don't. Even early in the game, and I know you both saw it. There was a play early in the game when McDavid delivered a pass to Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and it was a good save. In 10 games, maybe less than that, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is going to score on that goal. I really believe that in that situation, they're still working, being above the puck. Not trying to put yourself in any type of vulnerable position defensively. And Ryan, now as he's getting accustomed to it, he'll be 4 feet moving into that play, just as they get comfortable with, managing their positioning and everything that goes with it. That's my observation on that particular play. But Chris Knobloch has them even. They're just playing. Hey, let's go. Here we go. There's no choppy waters out there. And that's coaching, and that's Chris's personality.
Darnell Nurse had that goal last night, and obviously it's one that Hellebuck will want back. But if you're looking at reasons the Oilers have been playing better as of late, the steady play of Darnell Nurse would be pretty high on that list, Craig. Have you noticed anything in his game over the last little while that's been different?
I love Darnell Nurse, and I know that Darnell becomes part of, he gets in the crosshairs of fans. He probably gets in the crosshairs of coaches at times. Darnell's a wild horse. He's a wild horse. And I would rather try to pull a little back on Darnell than try to kickstart somebody. And I think, again, Chris Knobloch's evenness, just play. He's always going to want to make a difference. That's just in his DNA. That's what Darnell has always been like. But getting him to manage, that energy, getting him to manage, knowing there's going to be times when you want him to get into full race mode. There's times when you want him to just be in gallop mode. There's times when you just want him to, hey, let's just manage the game. And I think, again, getting him settled down. I mean, he's a 20-plus minute a game player. He's hard to play against. Teams want players like that on their team. And I think, again, back to coaching, people say, oh, he's not – well, a coach's job is to get a player to get comfortable playing to his abilities. I think that's exactly what we see with Darnell.
Craig Button is with us on the show this morning. A lot of people want to know your thoughts on they've won 4 in a row. They don't play again until Wednesday against Carolina. So they've got this 5-day window here. I think when you're rolling like this, you'd probably like to keep playing. But, do you think the break hurts them? Like, we know it's not a good thing, but do you think it really hurts them at all?
I don't think it hurts them. And for these 2 reasons. They've won 4 in a row. I think if they were struggling, it might be a different story. But I think they can, hey, listen, they went into Washington. Okay, they went into Washington a week ago. And it wasn't like it was kind of messy. Not kind of messy. It was really messy. So I think that they played a great game against Washington. They came home. They won a couple of games. They go and beat a really good team on Thursday night in Winnipeg. The way I would describe it is they can just kind of take a deep breath and they can go, okay, we know what we're capable of doing. And I think that's important. The mental fatigue kicks in as well as the physical fatigue. You get a little bit of a rest, but it's also an opportunity for Chris Knobloch, Paul Coffey, Mark Stewart, and Glenn Gulletson to really work with the team and not just with each other. When you're getting prepared for the game, they can sit back, they can talk about different things, and they haven't really had that opportunity. So I think for everybody in the organization, players and coaches, I think this is a real positive. And obviously, when you've won 4 in a row, like I said, you have that kind of take a deep breath, exhale. Yeah. Okay, we know what we're capable of. So I don't see it as a negative in any way, shape, or form.
Feeling great about it for the next 5 days. The team, I'm probably going to have a lot of fun in practice and work on a few things too, which will certainly help. Craig, elsewhere around the National Hockey League, I have to say when I saw Zadorov was dealt and the price that Vancouver paid to get him, I was pretty impressed with the piece of work by the Vancouver Canucks. How big of get is that for them, and why do you think they got him at a reasonable rate?
Yeah, the second question is one that I'm looking and going, wow, like that's I thought there'd be more of a return in that regard, but you have to believe that Craig Conroy, canvassed the marketplace. The only thing that I could think of, Eric and Dustin, is that maybe he just felt that it's better to move Zadorov along here. Zadorov had asked for a trade. Maybe it was just in his best interest. We're going to move him along here. I think it's a great piece of work by Patrick Allvin. Anthony Beauvillier out, Zadorov in. And it's not – Zadorov is that defenseman, that big, long, strong, hard defenseman. The teams are looking to make your blue line better. And certainly the Vancouver Canucks blue line needs bolstering. And I think that's exactly what ends up happening. I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant here.
Yeah.
It's always amazing. Well, the rant is it's always amazing to me, guys, and it is. Zadorov ends up going to Vancouver, and somehow people got to make it about Toronto. Oh, Toronto made a legitimate offer. Yeah, sure you did. You finished second in the trade sweepstakes. Way to go. Why don't you put up a banner? You earned respect against the Tampa Bay Lightning when you lost in the first round a couple years ago. I am so sick and tired of them making it about themselves. You know why they didn't get Zadorov? Because they didn't make a good enough offer for Zadorov. That's why. They made a legitimate offer. Give me a break.
They're going to hang an almost got Zadorov banner in Toronto. I think that'll go over really well. Craig, look, it doesn't get any better from here, so we'll let you go, man. Excellent rant. Thanks for stepping in. We'll talk to you on Tuesday.
I'll always step in for you guys.
Thanks, Craig.
There you go. That's Craig Button. By the way, he sent me like a thumbs up last night with like a character that looks just like him. I want to get one that looks like me with the glasses and
Oh,
obviously
the
like a sexy
yeah.
beard.
I get what you mean.
Yeah, that type of thing. I think that would be good.
What a
I don't
high
know how
note,
he got
though.
his hands
Hey,
on that.
just,
I mean,
into him, Craigie. Into him.
everybody like Craig Button just won 1 million fans in Edmonton. Like it's across the country. I love that. You know, why does it have to be? Well, you know, the Leafs made a legitimate offer on Zadorov. That was that was top notch, Craig Button.
Preach,
That was good.
amen.
I heard YouTube Jeff in the corner be like, yes,
gosh. Yeah,
yes.
like he absolutely crushed that. It's so frustrating, so annoying. Like, who cares if they're in this? They didn't get him. You know, like, why are we talking about that? So yeah, amen.
You go online and you don't even see like the headlines at certain websites. They don't even say Canucks get Zadorov.
Well, it's not even
it
who
just
got
says
him. Yeah, it's
Maple Leafs almost get Zadorov. Oh, that's too good. Also, shout out to Tristan Jarry for just an absolute snipe job last night. The goalie goal, always exciting.
History.
What's that?
First in Penguins
First
history.
in
going
Penguins
down
history. I think that was the call. I like to listen to
no
calls.
one will take that away from him.
Let me see. I'll try to find this. I'll try to find this goal here. Here we are. Let's listen to this. Let's see how it sounds.
And they've been battling. They battle back in the game. They're battling for these loose pucks. Jarry, he's going for the empty net. Bouncing towards the goal. He scores!
Good.
You have witnessed history. Tristan Jarry becomes the first goaltender in Pittsburgh Penguins history to actually score a goal.
It's good. That's a good call.
I'll tell you what, that puck bounces the first time on the hash marks.
Yeah, he fired that thing all the way up and over and into the net. It was a no-doubter. The moment he let that thing go, he knew it was in. So congrats. I saw CG, Corey Graham, who was the voice of the Oil Kings, said it's about time. Congratulations, Tristan Jarry.
Peardo, they all kind of, it's a nice little nod. It almost like the Nurse goal, right? Colin knew exactly what he was doing the whole way through.
Yeah, pretty much the exact same thing. That's what we like to say. Darnell Nurse, everybody's like, oh, it was a weak goal. Darnell Nurse knew exactly what he was doing. Off the glove and in. Count it for 2, basically. You know, that was a, this is going to sound bad as like Edmonton guy, but that was a heartbreaker for the Jets. Like, you're sitting there as Connor Hellebuck's been absolute dynamite.
It would have to be 1-0 for them at that. Like that's the only path to winning is just the 1-0. They're not pissing anything else really. Like shots, yes, but I mean, you never really saw them as a threat. That's true.
Right. But the Oilers had like.
You see the Oilers more of a threat to themselves as opposed to maybe the Jets threatening them. But then you get that goal and you break it. You mentioned you
can tell me if everybody's feeling this way, 780-218-9999 or in the nasty chat as well. I was kind of just thinking, man, we're going to have to hop on postgame here with a 1-0 or 2-0 shutout. You know, because Hellebuck is just in his zone. But it was one of those things, and we talked about it on the postgame last night, where they won, but even if they would have lost that game 1-0 last night, I would have been like, man, they still played a really good hockey game.
But we can't do that right now because they need the wins. So that would be the frustrating part of that as well.
But it doesn't matter because they ended up
and they got the win.
They ended up getting it done, and it was a Darnell Nurse goal that ended up making the difference in that game last night. We have not got to the Darnell Nurse goal song just yet.
One of your favorites, I think.
I'd like a do-over on this. I like the way it came. I think maybe it was part of it was the execution because it's a tough song.
It is.
Right? He's the one they call Doc. He's real good.
Yeah.
He's the one that makes things all right. So it's...
You kind of hide it in the middle to the end of the album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of
this is track 11.
Sure, yeah.
On a 15-track CD.
Darnell Nurse, #1 team man, and he's playing so good. He wears 25, gotta love his game, playing better than you thought he could. Darnell Nurse, he's running the point, sometimes on the power play. Got a nasty little edge, makes him pay the price when he's out on the PK. He's the one they call, he's real good. He's the one that's on the ice all night. He's the one they call, he's real good. Crashing, banging, dropping gloves, you know he's getting paid. He used to have his on it and more, nobody is throwing shade. Focused on the prize, you can see it in his eyes, mess with him and you're going down. Watching him is a treat, Oil fans gonna tweet and turn his Darnell's town. He's He's the one they call He's real good. He's the one that's on the ice all night. He's the one they call He's real good. He's gonna shut down your top line. I've got one thing you'll understand. Doc is real good. He's not what you call a glamorous man. Doc is real good. Got one thing that's easily understood. Doc is real good. He's the one they call Doc, and he's real good. Oh yeah.
Doc is real good, and he got it done last night.
Like steady lyrics in that one
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Nothing too like out there or
No,
innuendo.
I don't even think there was an eyes reference in there. Like, I was trying to keep it up, but that song was created before he got the contract because he's getting paid, like he was going to get the big deal because that song was written and created during the All Canadian season.
Yes.
When he was lighting the world on fire, and like we got to have a Darnell Nurse song, right? So
it was the song's fault that the deal was
maybe. I mean, yeah,
You're
they're
looking at somebody to blame.
Well, that song does say that he's getting paid, so
prophetic.
it's going to work out well. His agent comes in and just like drops it on us. Listen to this,
big boot box.
Guys, here's something laughable. Tristan Jarry's goal doesn't count in my Yahoo Fantasy League. I am livid this morning. How would that not count? Like, why would that not count? Would it not just go up into the goal category if you're doing like week to week and all your players get grouped together? I don't play Yahoo Fantasy Hockey, so
yeah, I don't even think there's like the option like for goalies. It's just save percentage, shots, or like
so like when the commission is setting the settings,
yeah, like
you can't
it doesn't.
select,
Yeah,
like,
there's not goal option, which
this
sucks.
is the exact reason I've left Yahoo for all my fantasy stuff.
Yeah,
it should be like a 100-point. Like it should be an option.
If
you're never going to get it.
Should be
but
an
nights
option.
like that, I mean, you're hitting it.
If you have a goalie and he scores a goal, you should automatically win your week.
That's
at least. I was almost going to say the league. Shut it down.
Well, yeah.
But you should at least win your week.
Doesn't happen every night, yeah.
Cool Kaiser says, same here in my ESPN league. It's Bush. Fantasy hockey is a long way to go. Like fantasy football is up here because it's taken off. It's
I'd say the Dunya has more of a metric depth.
Yeah. Maddie on his spreadsheets is better than fantasy hockey. Like I'm in 2 fantasy hockey leagues, but they're both just season long. In the one league, we can make trades and stuff. That's the Juan Rincon league. I've had a lot of success in that because I do have Connor McDavid. And then the other one's just we draft, we leave it, and that's it. I'm actually 3rd in both leagues right now, within striking distance of the top. So that's good. But I can't do that. I can't get into setting lineups every single week in fantasy hockey or fantasy baseball for that matter. I can't do it. I tried. I was in Macromala's fantasy baseball league, and I straight up had to be like, dude, I can't do this. Like I miss the lineups.
You're out.
It's different with fantasy football. I don't know why. It's fantasy football week to week is just different than fantasy hockey week to week or fantasy baseball week to week. I can't do it.
You get the whole week to set up waiver wires, all that.
Yeah, it's like this process.
The
and it's like,
overthinking.
Thursday the line's set. And I guess fantasy hockey people say the same thing, but you have to set your lineups for starting on Sunday through the week type of thing. Or
lots of things can slip through the cracks. I guess, in terms.
I can't get into week to week fantasy hockey.
It's tough. I always start strong. The first month, I'm like, okay, no, this is going to be a good year. Yeah, it's going to be good. And then it just dwindles off. I'm
That's
like,
what it is. As long as
I
you
don't
stick
care.
with it.
And then exactly. But then I start sucking, and then I'm like, no, I really don't care.
And that's it. Then you're out.
Yeah.
That's the end of it. Oh, that's the worst guy. But yeah, you miss your lineup for a couple of weeks, and they're like, well, I totally screwed this. And then you don't want to be a part of it anymore. That's one of the reasons, like this year, I dialed back some of my season-long leagues and just did more best ball drafts. Because best ball drafts, you just have to draft it, you leave it, you set it, you circle back around, see what the team's doing. So, yeah, it's different with that for sure. Anyway, fantasy hockey, folks, where are you at? Is it extremely frustrating, or does it actually, or do you like it? Do you like it?
Do you love the frustration?
Guys,
like
Yahoo doesn't give the option. It's a totally bull poop. That came in from Operator Rich today.
Penner's Pancakes. I meant to ask you this last night, Dusty, but Bouchard had 9 shots on net, and it was also fairly decent defensely last night.
He had nine shots on goal?
9 shots, yeah. What were your thoughts?
Like 9 shots, like actual shots on goal?
Shots, yeah, I believe so.
Or shot attempts.
Oh, here, let me look.
He have 9 shots on goal?
All high danger.
I got him on my fantasy.
They're all high danger.
How do you think he looked, though?
I will say this. That's why I'm a little surprised if he had that many shots actually on goal, because I didn't notice him a ton last night, which is that's a good thing for Bouchard. I want to see more urgency. Like on the power play, I want to see him. I don't know what it is. It just he seems so casual.
He's too calm. Like
too calm.
It's
and that's a good thing, but that level of calmness has backfired a lot of times on him.
Yeah,
right?
There's no intensity, and when he enters the zone, he's just like, and I don't know if that's what makes him so good offensively. It's just because the other team, the opposition's just like, okay, what is he doing? What is he doing? Kind of thing.
Because he's just so chill.
Yeah, he's like, is he gonna pass it? Is he gonna what? They're waiting for him to bite, and he's just kind of just idling. Like literally, he kind of It's super weird. It's a different approach.
Hey guys, when and where will Dick Vennerette make an appearance at Edmonton Sports Talk? Well, Dickie V only calls Oilers overtime winners in the regular season, so I guess probably have to wait and see when that pops up. Although there has been some talk about Dick Vennerette podcast for Nasty Club members only.
Yeah, just the tip or whatever it was, or
no, it was
uncut.
It was Dick Uncut.
Yeah, Dick Uncut.
Yeah, and that would be a thing that could pop up inside the Nasty Club at some point. That's a New Year thing. We got a few things on the go that we're cooking up for the New Year. That would be a New Year thing.
Yeah.
If it does happen. Let's get to your Cool Bet hotline of the day today. NHL last night for Cool Bet with us, not good. NFL last night on the Lock Shop with Cool Bet, amazing. We pretty much hit, not pretty much. We every NFL pick we gave out yesterday in the Lock Shop hit. And Pat Gregoire yesterday texted Huss and I last night and said, Jake and I might not have a job anymore, but congratulations on you and all the lock shoppers hitting the Lock Shop Partner Parlay in the National Football League yesterday.
Those unselfish SOBs, hey?
I know. They're willing to
sacrifice,
sacrifice their gigs for us, which means a lot. Quiet night tonight, though. Quiet night in the world of sports. 2 games in the National Hockey League. Blue Jackets and Sens. Sharks and Devils. The puck line in the Devils-Sharks game is set at 2.5. Devils have been rolling. Sharks still suck. 2.5. That's a big number.
You do have the Pac-12 championship tonight.
Okay.
The number 5 Oregon Ducks, led by Bo
that
Nix.
tonight? I heard that getting teed up today.
Washington Huskies ranked number 3. It's 11-1 Ducks, 12-0 Huskies from, I do believe, Vegas tonight. Your Pac-12. That's my brother, Husky fan, sweating bullets on this one. He doesn't like the chances. Bo Nix, Oregon Ducks. So this is
Bo Nix is like Heisman caliber,
and but
right?
so is Penix Jr. for the Huskies. So this is a huge football game today. Ducks and Huskies. I don't know if you'd like to dip a toe in there.
I would love
given
to.
the NHL is,
you know what? Let's dip both feet up to our ankles in this game. The spread is 10. Now Washington is what? Number 3 in the nation.
3rd ranked, 12-0.
Oregon is and Washington beat them this year, right? That's Oregon's only loss.
Yeah.
But the Ducks are a 10-point favorite in this game.
Washington, and just from an outline, kind of maybe fading a bit. Close. They barely beat Washington State, right? Last second.
So you think they're fading a bit?
That would maybe be the argument, and looking at the line, and you mentioned Bo Nix and the season he's putting together, but these 2 good quarterbacks. This is what you want in a championship game. But
12-0 versus 11-1. The only loss is to the other
team. So revenge maybe on the mind. Neutral site. This will be a fun one to watch on a Friday evening here. With again, Oilers off for a week.
Does Washington keep it within 10? You think so? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Big game.
Yeah.
Their
offense is good enough to fire.
I love my brother, so I would hope to kind of be on his side.
Let's do that. Let's side with Washington here. They're the number 3 ranked team in the nation. They're unbeaten on the season. We're not saying that they're going to win this game tonight,
10 points.
but 10 points is a pretty big number. So let's go Washington plus 10 tonight.
I mean,
not to win
Seahawks.
Just to cover.
We did have the Seahawks plus, what was it, 9?
We hit the Seahawks.
So.
Yeah, we hit the Seahawks.
Road dog.
Yeah, that worked out really well yesterday. Congratulations on all your success. Cool Bet hotline of the day. Washington plus 10 tonight in that championship game. Let's see how it goes. Give us a close one. Give us a high scoring. Give us 40-34. Either way, we'll take it. We'll take it. That would end up being pretty good. So there you go. That'll be your Cool Bet hotline of the day. And join us on the Lock Shop today, because on the Lock Shop today, Huss and I will be giving you all of our best bets for the weekend in the NFL. We'll be building a partner parlay for the weekend in the NFL. Jake from Cool Bet is going to pop by and join us on the show today as well. So it should end up being a pretty good program. We'll obviously be pretty excited about the success we had in the NFL last night. And there's a discussion to be had about the Oilers and Jets, obviously, with Huss, who I'm sure was just heartbroken. He would have been in that game last night. Huss was probably so sad he didn't even go to Win City Pub after. And you know what it takes for Huss to not go to Win City Pub after? I'm pretty sure that's how sad he is. All right, we've got the local spin coming up around 7:45. People want us to build a top 10 list today of reasons the Oilers are back, and I think that's a fun one. Is that not a fun one? We can have like legitimate reasons, maybe the odd fun reason. Like, for example, how high on that list would our watch party be? That was the turning point. I called a Stuart Skinner shutout midway through the watch party. They got through that curse. They haven't lost since.
We're 2-0 here with a gathering. Yeah.
Other reasons the Oilers are back. Obviously, Connor McDavid. How about Craig? Man, Craig Button had a good segment today. Not only did he throw shade at Leafs fans and media after, but he also started with Stuart Skinner and a 935 save percentage in his 7 wins. I think that's big too. I'm going to put Stuart Skinner on there. I know there's heat charts that will say otherwise, and he gets beaten on his right side. I understand that, but those are pretty good numbers. So hit us up in the nasty chat or text us 780-218-9999, and we're going to try to put together 10 reasons that the Edmonton Oilers are back. Let's get to a sports update for Park Mazda. My Park Mazda story coming up here just after 8 o'clock today as well. And Ian Herber's around 7:45 today.
Yes, the Edmonton Oilers perfect since U.S. Thanksgiving. They're on a 4-game win streak. 3-1 over the Jets down in Winnipeg. Nurse, Draisaitl, McLeod with the goals. Stuart Skinner stopping 25 of 26 shots faced. Oilers, bit of time off. They're back home to host Carolina on Wednesday. Week 13 in the NFL kicked off last night from the Big D. Dallas Cowboys make it 14 straight wins at home. They get past Seattle 41-35. Dak Prescott tossing 3 touchdowns in the win. Edmonton Oil Kings hit the ice tonight. They'll host the Everett Silvertips. It's the 16th annual Teddy Bear Toss this evening. Tickets are going fast for this one as the club, but do expect a sellout tonight. U of A Golden Bears and Pandas back on the ice in a weekend series with the Grant Mack Griffins. Puck drop at 7 tonight as the Golden Bears take to the Drake Ice while the Pandas and Griffins tangle at the downtown arena. Raptors and Knicks tonight as well in one of 6 games around the association. Sports Update brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and Mitch Lewicki. His 2 daughters get so pumped watching Disney films. They love that they all have singing, dancing, and a part when the parents die.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you can afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki with like a giant eagle's wings and singing lead vocals for Leonard Skinner with like an angel band. And I'm in the crowd hammered drunk.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Step closer to the hollow, the devil may care. If I showed you around my heart, would you mind if I shared to show you what's wrong with me? I will not change it. I will wait patiently while you get painted out. Let me into your untainted tribe to be the one who gets to live a lie. Let me lie with you. I'll be a perfect stranger. I wanna be that stupid boy that you don't talk about. You better believe there's a sharp knife beside my bed.
we're really working on the opening and closing of the door into the storage closet for when we play Whale and the Wolf.
Slam.
Yeah, you have to make sure it slams, right? Because then they're like, oh, the boys, they know they're done. So that's a big one.
I cannot wait until we get tickets for throw in forgotten about band that we get free tickets for and we can play the Rock Door again, right?
Like man,
remember those days?
Those are always good. Eric, can you please open the Rock Door?
Yeah,
no, those are good times. There's fun new bits that we'll be able to come up with along the way here on the new show. We're about an hour away from Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week for our very own beverage, the 6 o'clocker lager. I cannot wait. Scott's going to come in here a sweaty mess. Right? Like, Scott didn't sleep last night. Scott spent the night driving around to Sobeys locations, dropping off more 6 o'clocker lager.
With his little Santa hat on, hey?
Yeah, exactly. Pat in the county says, hey, guys, late to the party this morning, but that Sharp Knife song is an absolute banger. Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah.
Whale and the Wolf. Listen to their stuff. Guys, I picked up a 4-pack of the 6 o'clocker lager. It is a great beer, boys. Cheers. That went in from JD. I think the 6 o'clocker lager is so good that Alley Cat could just keep it forever. Like, I think it's that delicious that they'd be like, man, we should just make this a thing.
Tap it. Century Casino Sports Bar and Lounge. That'd be nice to walk in there.
I have a buddy who runs a place out in Fort Sask. He's like, hey, dude, can I get kegs of this stuff? I want to put it on tap. And I said, if we do another run of it, maybe we can ask Alley Cat to throw out some kegs, and then local establishments can throw it on tap.
I just want to see that handle, that keg handle. You walk into a bar, hey? You got that 6 o'clocker pump on there.
6 o'clocker lager
That's what
thing
I want
on
to
the
see.
top of it. That would be amazing. That'd be good. We'd probably try to get it.
A little conch shell.
I bet you could get in some Boston pizzas, too.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, we got
they'd be on board.
You got connections
Yeah,
at
I got
Boston
some
Pizza.
connections.
I got connections at Boston Pizza. We can make that work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be really
I don't
good.
see why not. It's my favorite. I think it's my favorite beer.
Oh, my
It's
God.
my favorite beer. I'm not even joking. It's like, oh, I cannot wait. I'm gonna go home tonight and I'm gonna drink quite a few of those.
You're gonna get into a few 6 o'clocker lagers tonight. I like that. Oh, look at this guy. Pat in the county sent me a picture. He's got Captain Morgan, bold spice rum.
Oh, boy, yeah.
And then the 4-pack of the 6 o'clocker lager. I like that. Sherbrooke Chris is in and says, last night was the best game of the year for the D-Corps. I love seeing the D quarterbacking the D-zone faceoffs. Papa Ekholm talking the refs out of penalizing Janmark. Great game by old man Bouchard. And Doc with the snipe. Wow. Yeah, I'm thinking we're back.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
That was in the text.
Crack the egg.
Did I do
back,
that?
baby.
Oh, yeah.
I'm back, baby.
Well, then maybe you just put Paul Coffey on the list.
Oh yeah, we're still going to do
To
that list.
sum up that text.
Reasons the Oilers are back.
I mean, that's all Paul Coffey's department there, right?
McDavid, I love people who are going to be like, don't you dare put Skinner on that list. But I'm putting Skinner on the list. Deal with it. The blue line, so just Paul Coffey.
Well, if you're naming all of them, I mean, he's the one overseeing this. Shanked one chimes in as well, 780-218-9999. The Oilers are back because Janmark, the glue guy, is healthy.
Glue
Time
guy.
for him on the list.
Janmark, healthy.
We know all about the importance of a glue
I
guy,
like
a
that
healthy
too.
glue guy around, right?
How about a guy by the name of Ryan McLeod heating up?
Put it on the list.
Put it on the list. That'll certainly help along the way. What about not having Broberg in the lineup? Crickets.
Put it on the list.
Maybe, sure, yeah.
We won't put that one on there. Hey, Sam Gagner.
Put it on the list.
He contributes, man. That really works as well. Now, I will say this. I have had people texting in today. We've got people texting in saying, should they use this 5-day window to pull the trigger on a deal? I'm leaning. I'm doing the lean. I'm doing the lean here. I'm doing the lean towards no.
But you're not as desperate now, or you're perceived as not as desperate.
Yeah.
You're on a streak.
Like, our teams technically...
We don't need to trade. Right?
Are they throwing the Oilers a lifeline right now, or are they avoiding allowing a juggernaut to load up?
Yeah.
You know? I would...
I wouldn't. I think you take this time. You get together. This is a time for the coaching. This is just a nice. This is a nice settling in time, I guess, maybe.
Like,
I don't know.
I'm leaning no, but I'll throw a button here, an asterisk. I'm leaning no, but at the same time, can you look at this roster and go, well, they're going to win a Stanley Cup with this roster? And to me, the answer is no. So you're going to want to see some level of improvement on the roster at some point. And if you do have a 5-day window, and if you do have something cooking, I mean, maybe, but I'd still lean towards, no, let this run for a bit. Let's see where it goes, and then, save it up until the deadline and add a piece.
But cases to be made. You could say, again, and I don't think, again, everybody's, yes, they're heating up their back, streaking in all this, but you're right. I mean, I think you could go over this lineup and discuss a few places where you could improve. And I think with the Canucks bringing in Zadorov, like, you can wait till the deadline, right? Or you could go out and get that missing piece now, maybe pay a little less since you're not as close up to that deadline. I mean, selfishly, it'd give us something to discuss before Wednesday's game, right? You've got a week off now. So maybe you do go out there and look, and maybe this is the time where you could get something for perhaps maybe a bit of a cheaper price. You get it for a longer period of time, not just up against the deadline. So I'd have time for it, certainly. And I think with the purposes of our show for a week off of games, yeah, why not? But I don't think if we come back Wednesday and there's no switch or change to the lineup in terms of transactions like that, I don't think you're upset,
Lone Star Land says, no trade. Holland is going to pull a Kane, and Corey Perry will be our trade deadline acquisition via like a small contract. Corey Perry has a few. Other people have been like, what do you think about Corey Perry?
Well, now because you give time, right?
Yeah.
You put up the statement. Now there's time.
Corey Perry's got some life stuff to sort out.
Yeah.
He's got some family stuff that definitely needs to be sorted out. So I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure when Corey Perry resurfaces.
But you have that conversation, and people say, "But Evander Kane," which again, two different scenarios. I'm not, but that I do get where people's minds go with that.
Mike says the Oilers' deadline is now, and it's an interest. Like that's what you look at and go, it's not like they're in a wild card spot right now. They're 3 points out. Are they 3 points out or 5 points out? When we were looking at the postgame last night, there were 3 points out, but had the Arizona win been locked up yet? No. So are they still 5 points out then? I didn't look at the standings this morning.
They are.
I just know on the postgame show last night they were 3 points out because Arizona had 22 points.
24 now.
Okay, so they're 24 now. Okay, so they're 5 points out. So I could see where, okay, that's an interesting point. Like they still have a big push coming here. So take advantage of that now, maybe.
Look at this text, Jimbo. See what's out there, but don't feel you have to make a deal. I think that's kind of your.
Well, you should
put out.
But they should be doing that.
Oh yeah,
365 days a year.
But this week especially, I mean, you kind of maybe now go out and call those numbers again.
What say you? 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. Senior Boots with a night. Oh, that's a beautiful picture. He's got the 6 o'clocker loggers stacked with the sunset behind it. It was first time in my life I was at a liquor store at 10 a.m., and it was worth it.
The photos are amazing.
I picked up a flat.
Yeah, the beers always look good, but I mean, the people taking the pictures, they have the dogs in the background, all that.
I'm interested for the full-blown sales report from Scott Laurie today when he rolls in. I want the numbers. I want to know the analytics.
Portfolios, the
Is
whole
it
bit.
men? Is it women? Are they old? Are they young? We need these answers, man. We need these answers.
Well, I'm excited for Scott to kind of take us a deeper dive. What it pairs with, the nose. Like he's always got the
Actually, that came in for 3 questions today. For 3 questions today, it came in. What food would you pair the 6 o'clocker lager with?
Oh, there
so
are
start
many
thinking
options,
about it.
yeah.
Start thinking about it. All right, let's get into your local spin for United Sport and Cycle, your home of hockey for over 95 years, your home of sports for forever, and your home for the holidays as well. If you want to do some Christmas shopping, we highly suggest you swing on down to United Sport and Cycle. They got the big stuff. You want to go in and get your kid a full new set of goaltending equipment. You want to get them a bike. You want to get them they got everything you need down there, but they also got like the little socks and stocking stuffers. And let's be honest, the stocking stuffers are really the toughest things to find. So, right? Like you want to, it's, what you get, a box of chocolates and a little bag of Christmas eggs, like United's got some good ideas or good options for that. So go see Kelly and the crew and Barry and the hockey crew down at United Sport and Cycle. Local spin, University of Alberta Golden Bears and the Griffins. We got the head coach. We haven't talked to Herbie in forever. Ian Herbers joins us on the show this morning. Herbie, good morning, man. How are you doing?
Good, Dusty. Thank you.
How are things rolling with the Golden Bears right now? I see, it looks like not your typical Golden Bears season from when I was back calling games and you guys were a monster every year, but it seems like the conference is extremely competitive right now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good. A few teams have stepped up. UBC's been really good. Calgary's been really good. Mount Royal's putting a strong season together, and Saskatchewan's rebounded. So there's 5 teams battling for those top 2 spots. And the bottom teams at any night can play well and knock you off as well. So it's been good, better for the league.
Where's your team at right now in your mind? Like, is there a lot of room for improvement there? Are you guys starting to hit your stride a little bit? I noticed, like some weekends with the splits and things like that. Where's this Golden Bears group at right now?
We still have room to get better. We've come a long way. We've had a lot of bumps and challenges along the way. But it's been good. Other guys have gotten opportunities, got chances to step up. Biggest thing for us right now is just realizing the urgency. Everybody plays their A game against us. Everybody wants to beat the Golden Bears. We were just in Winnipeg this past weekend and went through all Winnipeg's games before we played them. And that's the best weekend they played. And they stepped up and played very hard against us. And our guys got to realize bringing that urgency every night, which makes us a better team in the long run. If we had easy weekends or easy games, we don't improve, we don't get better, we don't get challenged, we don't get pushed, we don't have adversity. So it's good. I like where our team is right now. Our leadership has stepped up. Prokop's done a great job for us. And guys are stepping up and playing well.
4-0-1 in your last 5. How's this team constructed this year, Herbie? Do you have a younger group or is it a veteran group right now?
Very young group, probably the youngest we've had in a long time. Over the last 3 years, a lot of our players have graduated because they finished school but still have had eligibility to play.
Okay.
So they want to go play pros. A lot of guys who's, in American Hockey League and National Hockey League a little bit. Over in Europe, like Fontaine is signed in Swiss League. And is doing very well over there this year. And he could have came back for another year. We got our goaltending back, so we're very strong in net. We got a very young group of defense and a young group of forwards as well. So it's been good. A young group of leadership guys that have never been captains on our team have stepped up with Plouffe and Prokop and Prezuzzo and McLeod. And McLeod and Prezuzzo have been hurt most of the first half. So it's been challenging for us, but guys have done their job, stepped up. We keep getting better, finding ways. And it's been a good group to work with. Every day, come to the rink at practice. Our group works hard. They have fun. They go and challenge each other, and it's been a joy coming to the rink.
How much are you and Marps using the fact that you guys are putting so many guys professionally overseas as a recruitment tool right now?
Well, those are the players we're looking for, guys that want to keep playing, that have that passion, that urgency to keep getting better, to keep improving their game. They get all the assets they need here, the way we practice, the way we play. We have our strength conditioning coach, our mental training coach. We got a skating coach. We got the Seville Center with the High Performance Center where our guys can train all the time. It's just for the university athletes. And then all the extra games that we put in and challenges that we put in for our guys. So it's a big part of our recruiting tool. Obviously, there's a few guys that get their degree and realize they have a great opportunity working. Just for example, Keyser, who won Memorial Cup with the Oil Kings, won 3 national championships with us, could have easily played over in Europe and done well over there. Got a great job here and decided he just wanted to get moving on with his life. So, we want those guys obviously as well, but looking for the guys that want to keep playing and want to keep getting better.
What can you tell us about this McEwen club?
Zach Daly, he's a U of A grad. I coached him earlier on my first stint. And he's done a great job there. His teams work very hard, very detailed. They're going to come after us this weekend. They're going to try and outwork us. Their goaltending has been very good for them. They got some sides, and they just keep it simple game. And they're going to make you earn every goal, every point you get on the weekend. So we need to make sure we're ready and make sure that we come out and outwork them.
Herbie, as always, buddy, great catching up with you, man. Thanks a lot for popping by today, and best of luck this weekend.
Thanks, Dusty.
There you go. That's Ian Herbers, head coach at the University of Alberta. Golden Bears, they are 10-4-2 on the season. 22 points right now. Also, huge shout-out to Stoff, who I know is probably listening just because we had Herbie on. So, Stoff, you're next. We're coming for you, Stoff. You're next. But they're 10-4-2 on the year. They are 3 points back of Calgary. They are 2 points back of UBC, and they are tied with Mount Royal and U of S. So in a lot of years, you see the Golden Bears kind of up at the top of that group. But there are 5 teams right now separated by 3 points, which means the second half of the Canada West hockey season is going to be absolutely phenomenal. Grant Mack is 6-9. They have the home and home this week at the Drake tonight.
Golden Bears at the Drake, Pandas downtown, and then
Pandas are downtown
flipper
DTC
tomorrow.
against Griffins, and then the other way around tomorrow. So, highly suggest. I mean, I always have for the last 10 years. Not a better bang for your buck in the city than going to University of Alberta Golden Bears game. That's the local spin for United Sport and Cycle. We do have a gift certificate to United Sport and Cycle for you right now. It's a $50 gift card to United Sport and Cycle. No better time to get it right now than during Christmas shopping season. So all you have to do is we like to play a little game here. Let's go with this one. A little trivia question for you today. Yeah, when was the last time the University of Alberta Golden Bears men's hockey team won a national championship? Text in the year of the last time they won a national championship, and you will go into a draw for a gift certificate to United Sport and Cycle. All right, 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. Let us know when was the last year that the Golden Bears won the national title. And Stoff, you are not eligible for this contest. So don't text in. 780-218-9999 if you want to win a $50 gift certificate to United Sport and Cycle at the perfect time of the year to do it. Just text us what year was the last year the Golden Bears ended up winning the national title. And if you're correct, we will get you into the draw. We're actually going to a Golden Bears game on January 6th. The U9.
Oh, okay.
So the U7 team, Elizabeth hasn't played all year because she's banged up with the wrist. Now the cast is off. She's got a splint that she'll wear when she's doing like any sort of activity.
Is she skating?
So the doctor
jersey?
has said non-contact jersey.
Yeah.
Get her back out on the ice a little bit. We're hoping to have her ready to go. There's like a jamboree coming up in a couple weekends.
A jamboree?
That's her target date.
Okay.
That's her target date. All the U7 kids are down at Terwilliger, and the Muzz is going to roll in with the Timmy Trumpets music, and she's going to be ready to go.
Send her to Gary Roberts' place for a couple weeks.
I should.
You'll get her back up.
Put her on a plane by herself.
Yes.
Yeah, you walk her on, whatever. Then they take care of her and say, "What's going on?" Lizzie's going to be, "What's going on?" And this is what Gary Roberts is going to say to my 6-year-old daughter.
You're going to live with me now. Yeah, I'm going to take care of you. Because I love you. Oh, I love you, John. Oh, I love you, John.
The Muzz returns after 3 months with Gary Roberts and drops one of these on us.
I'm back, baby!
She's ready to go. But her team, so the U7 group is being honored at the Oil Kings game on Sunday.
Nice.
So she'll get to go down before, and that'll be a good time.
Moose Jaw Warriors in town.
Moose Jaw Warriors. So, Oil Kings in action. On Sunday, we're going to be at that game.
Yes, and tonight, Teddy Bear Toss, just keeping with the local spin and all that.
Yeah, Teddy Bear Toss tonight.
Lots of stuff going on locally.
Yeah, that'll be great. Somebody was saying earlier, what's the over-under on the Teddy Bear Toss? I think all the Oil Kings really want is the goal to be scored with 10 seconds left in the first or second period. Right, and then it's you just spend the intermission, boom, clear off all the teddy bears.
It's one of those weird promotions, where you need something to click, and if it doesn't, you're kind of left there. But
well, where's Guy Flaming at?
Yeah,
is Guy Flaming working on a legendary call?
Yeah.
Guy has had some legendary Teddy Bear Toss color analyst calls over the years. I'm sure something will pop up on social media tonight with Guy's call, and we'll play it on Monday, and it'll be like the good. Usually, Guy's call is the good on the good, bad, and ugly.
It's
the Monday after Teddy Bear Toss.
Unlike any other.
Yeah, it really is. So that should be pretty good. But then Marshall's team is the Wildcats, the U9 White Mud West Wildcats are gonna be rolling into the Golden Bears game. It's fun taking the kids to a Golden Bears game because the rink isn't so big. Even if they're running around, you can keep an eye on them. You don't have to worry because they're just at the Drake. They're fine. So they have a lot of fun.
No padded seats or
Marshall's
velvet ropes.
kind of I don't know. it's funny when we get him out like with his teammates, because a lot of the kids, at least last year when we took our team last year to the Golden Bears game, a lot of those kids are nuts. Like when they get out and Marshall's just sitting there and just kind of looking and laughing at them and looking up at me and smiling and being like I think he wants to get in on the madness, but he's just not like a super crazy kid. So he's kind of sitting there. He's like, guys, power play. Like, let's watch the Bears power play. So
you got a little Bouchard on your hands there, hey? Little old man there.
No, I think he's a little more
with
intense.
the age, yeah.
Yeah. He's just a kind kid. He doesn't want to get even roughhousing around with the boys. So, all right, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999 this morning. Lots of people are correct. You will all go into the draw. Some people are wrong, actually. I don't know how I can be wrong in this.
Well, there have been so many, to identify that last one maybe.
Yeah. And we're not talking Canada West. We're talking national championship. Here in Edmonton, and as an alum of a play-by-play voice for the Golden Bears, we don't care about Canada West championships. We care about national championships. Dex says, let Stoff win. And then when he comes in to pick up his prize, we trick him into being on the hangout.
I was thinking that just the same thing. He's so enamored with the whole thing, and then you got him. Like, that's the bait.
Stoff's coming by to get his gift certificate. He rolls in, and my hand pops up from the hangout room. It's like, it's right here, Stoff. And then we slowly bring it in. He sits down in the chair.
Nasty.
And then we're like, we got you. You're sucked in now.
I'm here for the Stoff hangout chair sit, hey? That first one.
Oh, yeah. He won't know what's happening. We'll get that on social media. We'll put it up on Instagram. I think that'd be that would be pretty good. I think that would be all right. All right, the Oilers are back, right? And if they're not back, why would you say they're not back? How can anybody now say that they're not back yet? And I've seen it. I've seen it in the inbox today. Somebody said they're not back because they're not even back to 500 and they're not back in the mix. Well, they're kind of back in the mix. And yeah, they're not back to 500. But they're playing like they're back, and they're going to be back in there. They have won their last 4 games, and the most impressive thing about all of it, McDavid's been brilliant, and Nurse and Ekholm look like they're getting better, and other guys have been contributing, and McLeod had an empty netter last night. Like, there's a lot of good things that have happened for the Oilers over the last 4 games. But to me, the best thing is that they won 4 games in 4 different ways, which is big for this team. It's not just we're going to win games 6-3, 6-3, 6-3. 5-0, tidy. 8-2, got the offense going. McDavid climbs up the ladder. The Ducks, what are you going to do? The Ducks are trending in the wrong direction. The Golden Knights, the same team they had a lead against in every single game in the playoffs last year, claws back against you again.
Conference leaders.
But what happened? They ended up winning that game too. And then last night, in a game where they might have taken a lot of risks before, when they're down 1-0 and start to make some stupid decisions and the bad pinch here or there to try to push for some offense, they stick with it. They get a super lucky goal, and then they finish the job. So they've won 4 games in 4 different ways. To me, that's a team that's back.
4-8 on the road.
Eric, please. Well, that's good because they're home for the next 6.
Yeah. So we're trying, but you can bat the ball over that, but you bat it right back, right? Like goal differential's easing around, right? You're getting that back up. I mean, they were 3-8 on the road before last night. Now 4-8.
That helps, doesn't
Progress,
it?
baby.
The doc is suggesting a catch and release Stoff hunt, where we bring him in.
This is like the
we get that
you trank him.
We hold his head, get a picture with him, does the hangout, and then we release him. You may go back to Ched now.
He doesn't even remember he did it.
Yeah, no, he doesn't even know.
No harm, no
oh,
foul.
Man. Yeah. They got me. Dusty, nice looking hat. Thanks. It's a nice cool bet hat. It looks good. Can't take any sports team seriously until they're 500.
Well,
what are you talking about? Like,
that's not a magic switch that 500, ding, you're.
They've won 7 of their last 10. They're only not 500 because they played like absolute horse, you know what, in the first month of the season. So you can say this is what people would say.
7-3. You're right. That's way over 500 in their last 10. I mean, that's
Eric. As you know, I'm a huge glass half full guy.
3 quarters.
Have been
3 quarters.
No, I'm a bloody realist. and they were garbage for 5 weeks. And some of the underlying numbers were good, and you thought, okay, well, it's going to come. But they kept making these boneheaded, significant errors that cost them hockey games, and that's something that has not really happened. Even the goals against Vegas, it wasn't like a major, I know McLeod got raked over the coals, but it wasn't a major, oh my God, what are they thinking? It was like Vegas put some pressure on them, coughed the puck up, and put it in the back of the net. Kudos to the Golden Knights for playing hard down the stretch. They have not been, Cass brought it up last night on the post. I don't know why I'm getting fired up all of a sudden. Cass brought it up last night on the post game. And he said, you know what we're not talking about anymore, which what him and Tommy were talking about for the first 5-6 weeks of the year? Odd man rush after odd man rush and goals off the rush like crazy. That's kind of been tied down as well.
Frank Saravalli, the Montreal Canadiens have agreed to a 3-year contract extension with goaltender Samuel Montembeault, 3 times $3.15.
It doesn't matter. He's got, like, this whole, the Oilers should get Samuel Montembeault. He has a career save percentage of .897. What are you doing? I saw somebody yesterday be like, oh, man, probably got to pay a price for that. He was a waiver claim 2 years ago. Like, what are we talking about here? So, anyway.
You get
that's my thoughts on that for some reason. I don't know why I got so...
It's a full glass.
I got so animated there. I get fired up when they lose. I'll get fired up when they win. That's how it works around here. All right, we got third hour coming up. Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week. Scott Laurie will definitely be in before Tom Gazzola. Will he be in before Matthew Iwanek? Because Iwanek put in a shift here last night getting all the Nasty Club eggs ready. Scott might be the first person to do that door today.
Cool bet.
Put it up. Put it up.
That's an interesting race there, actually.
Yeah,
to be honest with you. You're
Maddie
right, 'cause
versus
Scott will
yeah.
be really happy and excited for today, and he'll
I would
be
think 6
already
o'clock
driving
loggers
around,
are moving like crazy. If you would like to play Kind of Easy Trivia this morning, get your hands on a gift certificate to Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual. Actually, remind me after the show. One of us has to go to Mr. Mike's today and pick up more gift certificates because they signed on for another 6 months. Boom. So we got to go pick up some more GCs. So that's good. But if you want to win one of those gift certificates right now, all you have to do is text in 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. Let YouTube Trev know that you want to play Kind of Easy Trivia on this wonderful, beautiful Friday morning. 780-218-9999. If you have any questions for 3 questions too many, you can fire those our way right now as well. But let's get to a sports update for United Sport and Cycle with Lieutenant Eric.
The Edmonton Oilers heating up. Perfect since U.S. Thanksgiving. They're on a 4-game win streak. 3-1 over the Jets down in Winnipeg last night. Stuart Skinner stopping 25 of 26 shots faced. Nurse, Draisaitl, and McLeod with the goals. Oilers are back home to host Carolina on Wednesday. Off the ice this morning, Frank Saravalli reporting that the Montreal Canadiens have signed goaltender Samuel Montembeault, 3-year extension. 3 by $3.15 million. It's a 3-year contract extension. The Habs and goaltender Samuel Montembeault this morning. Dallas Cowboys have won 14 straight at home. They get past Seattle 41-35, kicking off Week 13 in the NFL. Dak Prescott, 3 touchdown tosses in the win. Oil Kings back on the ice tonight. They'll host the Everett Silvertips. It's the 16th annual Teddy Bear Toss. Tickets are going fast for this one as the club do expect to sell out this evening. U of A Golden Bears and Pandas back on the ice tonight as well. It's a weekend series with the Grant Mack Griffins. Puck drop at 7 tonight as the Golden Bears take to the Drake Ice. The Pandas and Griffins will tangle downtown. And the Raptors host the Knicks tonight in one of 6 games around the association. Sports update for United Sport and Cycle, your home of hockey for over 95 years.
The Nielsen Show featuring Lieutenant Eric. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk.
All right, we are back as we roll along. Nielsen Show uninterrupted. It is Dusty and Lieutenant Eric on you. You want to bring it back to the 2-shot, Trev? Don't make me play Whale and the Wolf. I'll do it. I'll open the door right now. We're going to play kind of easy trivia coming up. 3 questions too many for Park Mazda, plus my Park Mazda story, in which my mom and dad will just shake their heads. And look, and here's the thing. They raised me. This is anything I do that people are like, oh, Dusty. It's really on my parents. It is. I mean, maybe I wasn't prepared when they put me out into the world 22 years ago. You know,
it's the thing, though. You look at the kid, you have to look at the parent.
Exactly.
And what household that you were, you know.
That's why my kids are great. And I'm always like, damn it. That's on us, Tam.
You've got a
We've raised
basketball
two great
court
kids.
in the basement, for crying out loud.
We do. We have the two hoops, the race. Now, we can't let them play it together very often because they do lose their mind on each other.
I could imagine.
Elizabeth is just the spiciest meatball
That
of
looks
all
like
time.
a hard court.
So she goes, last night, the Muzz is 6. Marshall and I are laying there watching the hockey game. She watched a bit of it, and she had to have a bath. She goes to bed a little bit earlier because she's a little bit younger. She comes out, and Marshall had his school agenda like on the floor in front of us because we just finished signing off on his reading and stuff, and then it was sitting down on the floor. Elizabeth comes walking over to give me a hug goodnight, and she goes, hey, Marshall, do you want me to step on your agenda? And he goes, no. She goes, well, then get it off the floor. I was like, oh. I just started laughing and gave her the biggest hug. I was like, you are so witty. Like, she's just hilarious.
Where do you think they get that wit?
From their parents. Yeah. And where do I become a complete mess from?
It's all
right?
coming
My
around.
parents, too. All right. Who is going to play kind of easy trivia today, YouTube Trev?
We've got Brett from the park.
Brett from the park. Ooh, another from the park. Interesting. All right. He's going to play kind of easy trivia today, looking to get his hands on a gift certificate from Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual, which does have a location now in Fort Sask.
And look, if I have to go there today and pick those things up, if I have to go there and have some steak, if I have to go to Mr.
I think all of us are going to I'll go get those.
I'll jump on this puppy if that's what
I'll
it
go
takes.
pick up those. I'll go pick up those GCs at Mr. Mike's.
Yeah.
Everybody's rolling up there.
Steak sauce all
you
over
know,
the face.
how about we divide them up? We each go up and pick up like a quarter of them. I'm here to pick up. I'm here to pick up a small part of
portion.
It's going to take a while. I'll get a classic Mike burger, please. Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual, the casualest place ever in the Hampton Inn on the corner of 137th Ave, and Mark Messier Trail. Get some sirloin bites while you are there. Sorry, I already forgot the name. Who's playing? Brett. All right, Brett in the park. Brett, good morning, man. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
We are doing just fine. Here we go. I'll start the ticker. I have to read the first question. You need 3 of 5, okay?
Okay.
All right, good luck, bud. Here we go. How many goals did the Oilers score last night?
3.
Which player scored his first goal of the season?
Ryan McLeod.
What position does Neil Pionk play?
Tries to play defense.
Which team won the NFL Thursday Nighter?
Dallas.
Who's the quarterback of the Cowboys?
Dak Prescott.
Boom.
And Sergio Ramos gets a nibble.
What a job.
Touch them all, Brett.
This is not just a dream, it's a wet dream of orgasmic proportions.
Oh, is that dirty? Frustration sets in and the emotion goes out, and then you just start playing by yourself. Oh, is that dirty?
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
Game winner.
Try. Try. Leon scored a goal tonight. Watching him play is quite a sight. You know this song is tight. Oilers fans, come on. You loved him endlessly since he was drafted number 3. He's a center with a size that was born in Cologne. Try to stop him, you can't do much more. That ain't no lie. You just wanna see him shoot and score. It was try. Gonna make a fool out of you. Probably score a goal and assist on 2. You can't stop him, and that ain't no lie, 'cause it's try. Don't even try to play him rough. Leon is a German, so you know he's tough. His hands are crazy, and Aikens loves his eyes. Yeah, it's try.
Leon Draisaitl goal song, a snipe from his spot. Got it done. My mom has texted in and said, HR Daddy has just pulled a Maddie, and he's resigned because of those comments from his son. my inability to get adult things done. My dad has stepped down as HR.
They know the story?
I know they don't know the story yet.
Perfect.
No,
Well,
they don't know the story yet.
They're stepping down. They might disown you after this. Or maybe that's the next step here. Right?
Yeah, well, maybe. That's a good point. First of all, that's the emptiest threat of all time. There's a better chance HR Daddy moves here and gets a house close to the office than actually steps down from helping us out with business things. Yeah. There's no chance. There's no chance. But let's get into 3 questions too many today for the extremely great staff at Park Mazda. Lieutenant Eric, do you have a liner for the segment?
Yeah, 3 questions too many brought to you by the extremely great staff at Park Mazda and their dealer principal, Mitch Lewicki, who will slide right into the HR Daddy chair if that's the case. Park Mazda, your dealer for life. Maybe that's...
You don't think we can find somebody new?
Well, following your story, that might be the...
Okay, so here's what happened yesterday.
The trade-off.
So when I bought the truck, I was going to get the full protection package on it. They're like, you can leave it with us now, and we can get it done. But I just bought the truck. I was like, no, I want to take the truck. I want to go drive it around for a bit. So they're like, well, you can just bring it back for the protection package. And so it's been like, I don't know, like 3-4 weeks. I finally texted Mitch. I was like, hey, if I bring the truck out for the protection package, can I get a loaner for the day? Because, I kind of need a vehicle. He goes, well, here, just tell us when. We'll bring the loaner to you. We'll grab this is amazing service. So I said, well, that's unnecessary. But anyway, so yesterday, and by the way, the guy who brought it, the ballsy move, I respect the move. Mitch is like, hey, we're sending this guy. I can't remember his name. But he's a huge fan of the show.
Okay,
so I was like, okay. But he shows up yesterday wearing a Winnipeg Jets jersey to our offices. Can you believe this guy? Trev, what are you looking for right now?
I'm looking for Scott's mic when he gets here. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
That's it. Okay.
I know.
It's
You looked worried. I was like,
I was just about to text Maddie. I'm
I
can't
we're
find
good.
it. Okay. we're good.
Anyway, so they hadn't confirmed that they were coming yesterday morning. And so I could have just been responsible and taken care of this on the night before. But I was like, you know what? They haven't said they're coming yet. Maybe they're not going to come. So I come to work today or yesterday. And then I had a meeting with somebody here at 9:30, so I couldn't go away. So Mitch goes, hey, they're coming to get the truck. This was during lock shop yesterday. I said, okay, cool. So they got here at the end of lock shop. Here's the problem. I had no gas in the truck. None. Like the light was on. The next time I drove it, I was going to have to take it somewhere to get gas because it was on empty.
The light was on.
Yeah, the light was on. And I told Mitch, I said, hey, dude, like, just a heads up. The truck has no gas. I said, but, I can e-transfer your guy, and he can put some gas in it or whatever.
Yeah.
So this guy texts me, goes, hey, I'm outside ready to flip the trucks. And I was like, okay. So I come out here, and I'm like, guys, I got no gas in my truck. I said, I wish I could give this guy $20. And Tommy's like, you need $20? I was like, I'll take $20, Tommy. So Tommy gives me $20. I take the $20 out to this guy. I go, hey, man, sorry, the truck's out of gas. Here's $20. I'll get you out to the park, and I got to bring it back. And he goes, don't worry about it. The dealership will put gas in it. I was like, what? It was just amazing. So then I came back in, gave Tommy the $20. I said, hey, Tommy, don't worry about the $20.
You gave the $20 back.
I gave him $20.
I like
well,
that.
what am I going to do? Keep the $20?
Well,
I guess I could have pocketed
He's
the $20.
given it.
Yeah. I would have had to pay him back anyway. Mind you, I
Okay.
didn't say, does anybody want to loan me $20? I said, does anybody want to give me $20?
I don't think he was expecting either. Like this was just he was
just
helping
like,
a
here's
guy in
$20.
distress. Yeah.
Shout out to Tommy for still carrying cash. Like, do you have cash on you right now?
Well, actually, funny story.
You do have cash on you, Leslie.
Can I have a confession?
Sure. Yeah, I love that.
So I go get a coffee this morning through the drive-thru.
Okay.
And I had a crisp 50. A $50 bill.
Okay.
I go, yeah, 1 coffee, please. And the guy goes, yes, sir. And he goes, that'll be whatever it is. And I give him the bill. And then he gives me the change. And it is the best exchange because he put the change in my hand first. And that's what you do.
Yeah.
You don't put the bills and the change on top because then it all flies over. So he gives me the change, gives me a stack of bills. And I mean, this is, okay, it's...
So you have so many bills now.
It's 5, whatever it is in the morning. So we're all, just kind of going through the... And I'm exiting and I'm like 20, 40, 60, 65. I made $20 buying a coffee this morning. And look, and then I said to myself, no, but I thought, okay, what do you do here? You found, I've returned money before.
Yeah.
At a bar, I found hundreds of dollars on a bar floor, but I said to myself, I've been through this establishment countless times. I've given them a lot of money.
Yeah.
I've purchased, binders and such. So I said, you know what? No, this is mine, and I took it. So I'm I made $20 off buying a coffee.
So
this
you're
morning.
up right
Is
now.
that bad?
No, man.
I just.
It's not like you took somebody else's $20. You took a massive corporation's
They made a
$20.
mistake.
They won't miss
the
it.
shareholders aren't going to cry about it. Everybody goes home happy. But I did stop and think.
Odds are you're going to spend that money back there anyway, buddy.
Who's kidding who, right? So, but I find that funny. The $20. What is a loan? What is a favor? What is a gift? Do you have to pay it back? Is it just?
You know what I
is
might
Tommy
do?
expecting
What
that?
I might do for you tomorrow when you go through, if somebody's behind you,
Yeah.
I might just buy their breakfast.
You pass it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a season, right?
Tis the season. Is
So I think that would probably.
I
be
did
pretty
stop
good.
and think.
Yeah. Anyway, I just want to say thanks to Park Mazda. Somebody said you were going to give him $20. What's he going to do when he gets to the end of the block?
Well,
it's a good point.
That's
I mean,
with your
it's a
truck,
good point
that's-
in a truck.
You've learned this.
But anyway, so that worked out really well for me.
You're
That was-
dealer for life.
Yeah, and
You're
they're going to
dealer
bring the
for
truck
life.
back to me today. And I'm telling you, Mitch, if it's not full, I'm going to be pretty pissed. Just the ultimate dick move.
It's across town, man. That's a long drive.
Yeah, so my mom texts and she goes, I knew it. I nailed it. And now I agree it is your dad's fault. So my mom is now blaming my dad because she says, remember the walk from the range in gumboots? And this happened. We were in one of our pickup trucks on the farm and we were out checking cattle on the range. And we were like at the farthest point on the range away from the house.
Yeah.
And our truck ran out of gas. And it was clearly on my dad. And we had the most awkward walk all the way back through the range. It was like we walked for like 3 hours.
National Lampoon's
to get
Vacation.
back. Yeah,
You had
it was
your first
awful.
beer.
And my mom wouldn't talk to my dad because he was an idiot and didn't fill up the truck before we went out to check the cows. And I was obviously physically dying.
Yes.
And my sister was just cruising along. And she's like the muzz. She was just like, oh, I'm out of here. See you guys later. So see, like I said, you blame your parents for these types.
But you guys were driving and it ran out, like as you.
Yeah,
were,
we were driving and
That's a
literally
scary-
the truck died.
Yeah.
And it was because it had no gas. Like literally, there was none left.
Happened to me on a freeway once. And
On a freeway?
all the needles are going, like everything's going haywire. I said, "What's going?" in? Yeah, gas. But until you've been through it, you don't know the horror that it is. And I like you and your dad walking through the desert. That
Walking
is
through the
Chevy
range.
Chase and
Well, I was always worried, like, what if a bear or a cougar comes by, right?
your first beer.
You never know. You never know. All right. So, hey, let's get into 3 questions too many. Hey, wait.
Yeah.
Park Mazda, you can't get any better than these guys. I'm telling you, your next vehicle, go get it from Mitch and the crew at Park Mazda. And if one day you need to take a loaner and you have no gas in it, they'll put some gas in it for you too. So that's great. Do you have a Twitter account, Eric?
I do. It's at Lieutenant_Eric. And Strummy actually with a hilarious tweet right now that I've retweeted.
That was good.
Great
eh?
work. You saw
Brilliant.
that one too?
Oh, no. I thought it was the other one that I retweeted.
Is he on fire this morning or what?
Oh, no. That mine came in from Jason Buzzell. See, I told you Scott would be in before. I knew it.
Again, as you said, he's been out all night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Strummy with a nice tweet. Look, it was a nice night at the casino. We got some nasty club stuff going on. Obviously, the 6 o'clocker loggers, if you're enjoying them, buying them, if you need to buy them and there's a place that's out of them, let us know. We'll pass on the info to Scott. It's all a big nasty family here, so we want to get those loggers down your throat. We got the advent calendar pictures as well. Yeah, bring out that big box.
Yeah, I
here.
was
Look
going
at
to
that.
move it because we're going to have to put
Yeah,
Scott
that's
Shear
true.
in there
Yeah.
pretty soon, right?
So all that good stuff at
that
Lieutenant
Wayne's?
_Eric.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wayne's.
And YEG, YAG Sports Talk as well, the official station account. Give us a follow, because why not?
All right, question number 1. Now that the 6 o'clocker lager is flying off the shelves, what would you guys say is the best food pairing for it?
Wings and beer is always a one, so I would go
That's a good
flats, and the lager. Flats. I'm afraid of flats.
Do we have any of those potato chips from the watch party still kicking around?
Oh, the Ruffles.
The Ruffles,
Spare no
like,
expense.
like Ruffles potato chips.
A classy chip.
Would hit
Yeah.
with this beer, man.
Yeah.
I didn't have any last night, but I didn't have any chips, but
Cheap chips are fine in a pinch,
Yeah.
but go out and treat yourself. Buy the good bag with these.
Like
right?
a high-end
you wanna-
chip.
Yeah, a real
You want a
flavor
high-end
you haven't
potato chip
experienced
with these.
before. Something
You're
like
getting
that.
a great deal on the beer right now
Roast
because
beef
it's the
dinner
beer of the
flavor.
week. And then, get a good chip. Splurge on the, what do you always say? Spare no expense.
Spare no expense.
Spare no expense on the chips. That's a good one. I like that one. Question number 2. Boys, you think you could come up with a saying that's better than off the schneid when a player breaks out of a slump? That's a good one, too.
Slump
Off
buster,
the schneid, gets the monkey off his back. Somebody, you're going to have to play along with us on this one because
you could win money to A&W with this.
Yeah,
This-
actually,
this
it's a
could
really good
pave your
point.
path to the-
You could come up with a new saying for off the schneid. A, become a legend for coming up with something great. B, win text of the day for A&W and get your hands on a $20 gift card to A&W, where the mushroom mozzarella burger has returned and has given us the full I'm back treatment today.
I'm back!
baby!
So send in your suggestions to get off the schneid. YouTube, Trev, any thoughts on this? I don't know.
Man, I'm thinking like
No longer on the something? I mean, I don't know.
No longer are they, or maybe they're on something now.
holy frick, he did it. Something like that. Holy crap, he actually did it.
Holy frick, he did it.
Oh, that was rough. I'm still
You're going
thinking.
AW.
I'm still thinking.
Yeah.
Lock it in.
Let's get these rolling in here. 780-218-9999. Other terms for off the schneid could be how you win text of the day. By the way, Haas texts in and says, I've never ran out of gas. When it gets a quarter of a tank, I'll fill it. Well, I don't operate the same way, Haas. I like to live dangerously out on the roads, you know? But that being said, I have never ran out of gas myself outside of the time with my family.
You should try it. It's like the Kramer episode, where they take it to the limit. Very liberating.
Guys, I had my first 6 o'clocker lager last night with some delicious Boston pizza delivered for the Oilers game. I highly recommend. Hey, guys, what about he got his bleep together, I know we can swear, but we don't like to swear. Kids are listening.
Somebody says, back to bonin'.
Oh, he back to bonin'. That's good. I like
Bone
that
in.
one.
When you're
He's back on the hog.
When you're on the schneid, it's bone out,
Yeah,
and then you're bone in, right? I don't know, yeah, some sort of wing. Yeah, hog's nice, eh?
I like the he's back on the hog. Guys, he's back on the goal train.
They've got their matzah back in the burger.
Oh.
Or,
Ryan McLeod shoots and scores. Oh, he's got his matzah back in the burger. That would work out as well. Guys, how about he sheds the deer piss? In honor of Tommy Gazzola, Bozone Live, another season now in the books. McLeod
Gets you talking.
has shed the deer piss. That one might work as well. Back on the hog's pretty good. Hit us up in the nasty chat, or of course in the inbox if you're listening on TuneIn or at edmontonsportstalk.com, 780-218-9999. I do like the idea of you during Sports Up today. I'd say Ryan McLeod shed the deer piss. He scored an empty netter last night. It's first of the season.
back in the saddle, Aerosmith.
Back in the
Little
saddle.
of that. What a track.
I'll throw a confession out here for you. I don't like Aerosmith. Sorry, I said it. I know. I don't know. I've just never got into Aerosmith.
You got to listen to the 9 Lives album.
No, I don't.
Come on, do yourself a favor. Run out of gas. Take your truck. Have less than a quarter. Put on that album and just drive. You'll be a changed person. How about this one though? Richard Lambert. He's pickle in.
Pickle is in. The pickle is in. Yeah, 10. Let's go. 780-218-9999. Guys, how about McLeod scores from 6 to midnight? He's back, baby.
Yeah.
I'm back, baby.
Spency 5 cents. He says, I'm with you, Dusty. Aerosmith has like 3 good songs. That's it. Belineski says, hear, hear, Dusty. Didn't Aerosmith did the I don't want to close my eyes like in Armageddon.
Armageddon, yeah.
That's my favorite song that they do because I love Armageddon and I'd always like the opportunity to save the world. So that's the one song I like for them. Keep these coming in. Keep these suggestions coming in. Instead of off the schneid, what could we say better as nasties moving forward?
Cool as a whistle comes in from Darth Vader.
Oh,
we had that. We had that going or something.
Yeah.
That was a thing.
He reset the breaker. The sweet sauce is back in the donair.
Well, whistle my dog. He's held the relish. Hollywood hard ticket.
Justin of Balgoni says, "Sweet Emotion" is arguably the best song of all time.
No, it's "Falling in Love is Hard on the Knees." That's the one.
They all sound lame to me. Sorry, I'm gonna be very anti-heel turn, anti.
I think we all have time for that on a Friday. Nobody's gonna be too up in arms. I'd like to see it though. 780-218-9999.
He has slayed the dragon.
Yeah,
that's a good one. Ryan McLeod slayed the dragon last night, and I really like that actually. God, when Connor Brown slays the dragon, we'll run with it.
Oh, that's a Tales of the North right there.
No,
That's a now you gotta.
Connor Brown looks to slay the dragon.
The Dragon Slayer
on Wednesday night. There's Matty Owanek. Ooh, he's got an Amazon package. I hope that's for the office. I hope it's a treat. That'd be good.
Proud man over there. That's a proud walk.
Matty,
Matty, it's looking great.
Nasty Club. We went in there today and mixed up all the numbers just for fun.
Just get him going. As soon as he starts.
That would not be.
No, he doesn't care.
Oh, okay. He's not even paying attention.
He ain't taking
No, that's okay. That's okay. What do you say? Nice work. Hey, nice hoodie. When do our dark hoodies roll in? Oh. I like that hoodie. I can't wait to get that hoodie. I wear the hoodie all the time. Maddie, come show your hoodie on the camera here. And if you're listening, I'll describe it. Dark navy hoodie with Edmonton Sports Talk logo on it.
Good fit. Room to
As
breathe.
you can see, here's Matthew Iwanek, slight knee bend. And he's showing off the classic.
You want to do a full tour?
Classic
That's nice.
navy,
Yeah.
the classic
That's
navy
nice.
hoodie from our Edmonton Sports
Blank
Talk
back,
Nasty
yeah.
Club line.
Look at
Nice
you go. That'd be Maddie.
Yeah, there
thick
we go.
string.
Looks real nice. Looks real
It's like
nice.
a rope in there.
I like that.
Look at those things. You're not
Says
fooling around.
drawstrings.
That's not going through. You're not getting that, going through the hole and having to piece that back out.
You guys ever tighten up the drawstring so much that it chokes you a bit and you start to panic?
And you disappear with the hood over your
Oh, yeah, that's fun too. I do like Ryan McLeod spanked the monkey. No, I like Slade the Dragon a little bit better. I think that's a little bit better. Kind of got people fired up about the Aerosmith thing, but I mean, I'm in heel mode today. I don't even really care. McLeod has resurrected himself. That one in from Hawk today. All right, let's get to question number 3. These are great questions today. Really firing people up. Question number 3. Guys, in honor of the new Advent calendars that we've got from Wayne's, what Advent... Well, let me see here. Let me get the text. What would you guys, if it was your call, what would you guys do for an Advent calendar? What would Lieutenant Eric's Advent calendar be? What would you do?
Well.
Oh, you want to do weed?
Well, I mean,
that
it's,
makes sense.
It's above board now, right?
It's legal now.
It's
Like,
legal. Okay.
Do cannabis stores not have like joints?
It would make a lot of sense.
It would make a ton of sense.
A little joint, a little pinner, as they
Just
call it.
a pinner.
Maybe
Cool.
a nug.
A
nug of the day.
And
type
then
of
what do you
thing.
do with that nug?
Well, you can do a variety of things. You break it up. Yeah, I mean, that's where I would go. Why not? I mean, I consider that a money
You don't even have
maker.
to
I
be
don't know
ashamed
why.
to say that, man. It's legal.
No, I
now.
know,
Like,
but it's just one of those things.
What about an edible? An edible
Edibles
a day.
Advent
There
calendar.
you go.
An
An edible of
You
the
can have
day.
a chocolate, a dark chocolate.
Yeah, or it's a gummy. I mean,
gummy,
either
whatever.
way.
Yeah.
That's got to be a thing.
The drinks are good too.
The cannabis industry has blown up so much.
You have to do that.
I would have to assume there has to be an edible Advent calendar.
Why not?
There has to be.
Maybe that's the next Matthew Iwanek EST project, hey?
His
Edmonton
own
Sports Talk Edible Gummy Advent Calendar.
Nasty Club goes through the roof. 1,000 signups. What?
Yeah, well, that'll be my. We done the liquor, right? Did we do a did we?
We did
have
a
gifted
beer
to
one
us
a
or
long
something?
time
beer one,
ago
yeah,
with
the-
Sobeys.
Yeah.
I
mean, the cards is great.
The cards is a great one. I would do a Pop-Tart one for sure. Because, like, there's a lot of types of flavors. Like, in Canada, you go to the United States, there's the Pop-Tart walls in the United States are amazing.
They love their sugar.
It's
They love
insane.
the
You could easily do 24 flavors of Pop-Tarts in a Pop-Tart Advent calendar.
You know what?
That's a game changer.
You know what we were looking at the Central Casino Sports Bar and Lounge last night? Central Casino Fort Road, every Monday and Thursday night for football. Be there because you'll be involved in these sort of exercises. We were on, Dustin with a Y brought his laptop. We were looking at minor league U.S. ball caps. And if you could have an Advent calendar where every day leading up to Christmas, you got a
minor
wacky,
league
you
US
got a
ball
wacky biscuits, Briscoe biscuits or Boca Raton shrimp heads or whatever. Every day you get one of those neon caps with a funny looking logo. Sign me up. I'll pay whatever you want. Blank check.
Sheldon S. in the Nasty Chat says, my ex has made millions. She was in the news years ago. She was the first to create a weed Advent calendar. Look at us making bogus claims in the Nasty Chat today.
It's probably been done, yeah, but
What are the odds? We're talking about weed Advent calendar,
thing,
and the ex-husband of the woman who invented it is watching? I find that hard to believe.
Corey wants the mushroom calendar. He's taking it up a notch here.
Mushrooms are gross.
Yeah, email
Unless
Jake
they're on
Plummer.
the mozzarella burger from A&W. Guys, does EST need a cannabis sponsor? Well, cannabis companies are really weird with the advertising and marketing. It's like they're still being held up a bit. But the moment they can, it's on. Yeah. Sheldon says, seriously, she lives in Vancouver. Oh, well, why didn't you say? Of course, a woman from Vancouver would invent the first ever weed Advent calendar. That's a
ground
no-brainer.
zero, yeah.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer. in that spot.
What do they call that? BC Bud? Hey, you're from that province. You know all about that.
The BC Bud. Owen is in the nasty chat. Says, boys, what do you think the chances are of the Jays grabbing Ohtani?
Hey, well, it's up there
this
on
conversation
TSN.ca.
took a twist right here.
Jays surprise entrant in Ohtani sweepstakes.
See, so if you're a surprise entrant, are you a legit contender? How many people go from surprise entrant to winner?
But is it even a surprise? Didn't we already know that they were sniffing around, or it was a fake?
Well, is this not the tie into the original story, or is this like an updated
I don't know.
story?
Like maybe. I'm not buying.
Does this not come back to Craig Button's rant earlier today?
Yes.
About the biggest
story.
story about the Zadorov trade was that the Leafs made a legitimate offer for him.
Here's
who cares?
First sentence of the article. Jays have emerged as a, quote, interesting surprise entrant to the Ohtani sweepstakes, according to New York Post's John Hyman.
Interesting. Surprise entrant. That doesn't sound legitimate.
Hyman reports a source told him Ohtani has enjoyed previous visits to Toronto and could see him, quote, liking the relatively low-key environment. So a bit of a shot there, eh?
Do you think Ohtani would have gone if the Leafs' legitimate offer for Zadorov would have got the deal done? Was that a
you
deal
now
breaker
have to compete
here?
against him in that market, right? So that would be tough. But I love the low-key environment.
Yeah. If there's one thing about Toronto, it's super low-key.
Well, in terms of the baseball, like a little shot. I like it. At Toronto. Maybe not the Jays. Because you can cheer for the Jays here, but you just have to hate Toronto, right?
That's
kind of the thing.
Low-key
environment.
I would love if, well, it's tough. I said earlier in the week, and I still kind of stand by it. I hate the fact that they're in the sweepstakes because they're not going to get him. I'm going to be disappointed. And then if they get him, I'm going to be super happy. And I'll be like, oh, my God, they got him. And then they're going to waste him, and I'll be super disappointed again.
Yeah.
So I'm excited, but I also know that no matter how this plays out, it ends in disappointment for me as a Blue Jays fan. Unless, of course, they win the World Series. But
you're excited because they tried.
This guy couldn't even get the Angels to the playoffs.
Yeah, they tried.
So, God love him, but...
Mega Bird in the nasty chat, I think it's more a surprise finalist would be more appropriate. Perhaps that's it. Anybody can enter. Yeah. We could enter. Who's to say Matthew Iwanek couldn't put in a flyer for this, right? Anybody can enter.
Senior, we can't even get Stoff on the show. We're supposed to get in the mix for Ohtani here? Come on.
Low-key environment.
Shohei cannot go out east. He needs to stay in the west so he's closer to Japan. He's going to the Dodgers. Oh, wait, are we a late surprise entrant in the Ohtani sweepstakes? Maddie says, Maddie just leans in and goes, who says I haven't put out the flyer?
Hyman puts out an article.
What the heck?
Ohtani's going to Seattle. Eric will be happy. He wants to stay west. That comes in from Jasmine. A boy can dream.
He's not going to Seattle.
Hell no.
They're not even a surprise entrant.
No, they're a surprise entrant. I like surprise entrant.
Boys, instead of off the schneid, how about he knocks off the stink? McLeod scores and finally knocks off the stink. Cece hasn't scored in 3 years. Maybe he can knock off the stink tonight. I still like Slay the Dragon. I think Slay the Dragon's the best one. That's you slay the dragon and then you get the paintbrush in the room after, and everything's
slap
peachy,
on the
peachy
beret.
keen there. All right. YouTube Trev, you've located the mic. We've got the cable.
I see it.
We're going to do the switch to Beer of the Week. Let me the Oilers cards that we're going to save from our advent calendars. Try to put together the whole team. That'd be a Christmas miracle. We'll put these over here. We are going to get into Beer of the Week. Wait for it. For the 6 o'clocker lager from Alley Cat, which is absolutely amazing. We have 1 minute and 16 seconds to make the switch. Let's go.
Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week on The Nielsen Show, only on EdmontonSportsTalk.com.
we're back. Right at the end. That worked out extremely well. We did it. Trev, you did it. Scott, check your mic. Let's see if...
Check.
Yeah, we did it.
Your hair looks good.
Perfect.
Your mustache looks good.
Yeah, mustache looks tight. He's got a Stewie Skins going over there,
great.
man.
It's fantastic.
It's good. What a day.
Holy
What
cow.
a day, buddy.
It's exciting. I'm super excited. I mean, again, everything you guys are doing, I'm a fan, obviously.
Yeah.
Redbeard likes to text in once in a while, but I love your listeners, the community of people, the nasties, just like so passionate about everything you guys are doing. And it's just super cool that we were able to kind of partner with this, get this into our stores so quickly with Alley Cat. The beer's phenomenal.
It is so good, isn't it?
We've sold out. We sold out in 8 stores.
Yes.
But everybody that we're reaching out to, Eric's been super helpful. I'm trying to get a hold of everybody that's sold out. And
A little patience.
A little
but we'll
patience.
get to you,
Yeah, we got some coming to St. Albert. I'm going to drive some around today. We've still got about 9,000 probably units, 4-packs still in the market in Alberta. So we got lots of product.
Okay, good.
We got more coming in as we were talking on Saturday. The stores will be replenishing. And just as I was sitting in that chair, Lachlan from Alley Cat and Andrew from our office were brewing more.
What?
We're getting more.
It's happening. Breaking news.
They're doing more.
Woo!
So
let's go.
So we're gonna have more. There'll be more in our stores ready for near the kind of Christmas rush.
Okay.
So they're
Oh,
on
this
it.
is great news.
We're doing more.
Yeah.
It's been so successful.
Let's
December
go.
1 and a Christmas miracle. First day of December.
This is like it's
super
been out
great.
for a day.
It's been out for a day,
and we're doing more.
We're doing more. Because
Damn it.
there was always the plan of see how it
Yeah,
goes.
see how it goes.
And we saw how it went. And
That's awesome.
But like I said, people are being. I'll say it again. I say every beer of the week, but this one especially. If you're having trouble finding it, let me know. I've got all the quantities in every one of our stores, so I know who's got what. If I can move it around for you, we'll get it to you.
Yeah.
Like I said, there'll be some coming to St. Albert here this afternoon. For the couple of tube socks for one, didn't
Yeah,
get
yeah,
it.
I know.
So
he was rattled.
He was
yesterday.
rattled.
Devastated.
He was
Wow.
rattled.
Story
Yeah,
of the day.
yeah. So, but yeah, we're getting it to everybody.
Beautiful. I love that we're doing more.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good.
super good. So, I mean, it's like usually with beer of the week, it's like the beer of the week we haven't tasted yet.
Yeah.
It's what
Yeah.
it's.
I cannot wait to have another
But-
6
but
o'clock.
we got another
lager,
cold one on the go,
and you got more good stuff from Alley Cat too.
100%.
And you know what? It's awesome that the support is there for the beer. I had a bunch of people who texted me who were like, Dusty, I was going to buy this beer no matter what to support you guys, but it is delicious.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, damn it. So shout out to Alley Cat for delivering an absolutely tremendous lager, man.
Yep.
I said, man, I think it's so good. Just leave it. Like it's just
It's great.
It's an amazing lager.
Yeah.
It's absolutely well done.
Well, and I mean, it's cool that it's branded the way you guys have done it. The label's perfect. Alley Cat could have rolled this out as one of their core brand beers.
Yeah.
They would have been their good lager in their run, and it would have sold really well, and it would have been good. But sometimes it's not like they had an afterthought for a beer, and let's just put the label on it, right?
Yeah,
That's not this at all. They didn't have a lager. The lager was the perfect style for the first go at this.
Yeah.
And it's phenomenal beer. Everybody that's tasting it, it's hilarious. You're following it online last night. Everyone's tasting it. It's just like it's great. I love it.
Yeah, there'd be like the initial tweet is like, hey, I'm having one, and then
Yeah.
another one after is like, hey man, this is really good.
Yeah. Can I get more of this? So
Yeah.
yes, you can get more of it for sure, and there's more coming. So.
Did you
And
bring any
$13.99.
cheese with you as well?
The beer cheese?
Yeah,
Beer
the
cheese,
That was
yeah.
a hit. That
It was a hit.
that was going around the
I
room.
did not. Cheese and meat. Not. Yeah. Not.
Mark said, did I hear there's going to be more in St. Albert this
Yes.
afternoon? Okay, yes, Mark, there will be.
Well, you got to play the Wick clip. I
oh
think
yeah,
for this.
yeah.
That's already about
today
the beer.
as the 6 o'clocker lager rolls back around to all of these Sobeys locations on a restock.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Every time you walk into
That's
a
really
Sobeys,
good.
yeah.
I felt bad yesterday because I went into Lewis Estates.
Yep.
And I walked in, and I didn't see it right away because like the shelf it was on, a bunch of been pushed back because it was all sold. And I turned back around, and there's a guy standing there, and he goes, "Hey, Dusty, it's right here."
Awesome.
I said, "What?" He goes, "I'm a Nasty Club member." I was like, "This is amazing." So I looked, and there was I think at that time there was 11. Did that store sell out?
That store sold
I
out.
was going to say
Yeah.
because there was 11 units left. And I was going in looking to buy a flat because I just wanted to buy a flat of our own beer. But I was like, well, I can't do that. So I took 2. He took 1. And I was like, damn it, this is great. And we joked today. It was like when the Whistle Dog came back and A&W employees were like, yes, will make you whistle dogs. The employees yesterday must have been like, "What the hell?"
No,
is
they
going
were
on
stoked.
here?
Like, because we had been talking about it on our we have calls every week.
Okay,
We've been talking about. We've been bringing it up and saying, make sure you have it in stock. Keep it in your back rooms. Don't sell out of this before it launches. It's going to fly off your shelves.
Yeah.
And we had some stores that are kind of like, really, is it?
Yeah, sure it is.
Really?
Yeah.
And boom, it hit.
Yeah.
And Lewis Estates was one. That's a real good store for us. Real good craft beer store.
Yeah.
Yeah, they stole 6 flats.
Yeah.
That one, I think it was done by 6 o'clock.
Yeah,
It
she
was-
looked
they
at
were
us
6
yesterday, the
o'clock.
lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sold out by 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
She looked at us, she goes, "We're getting 8 more flats on Saturday."
Yeah.
I was just
Yeah.
like, okay, well, good to know.
Yeah, a lot of stores Saturday will be the replenish day.
Okay.
If I can't get to them today,
Yeah.
but Saturday's going to come
Kreger
back.
would like to know Vegreville. Is it available Vegreville, or what would be the?
Yeah, we don't have a store.
You
out
don't
there.
have a store in Vegreville.
No, we don't have a store in Vegreville.
But they could drive to Lloyd.
Lloyd.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
How about the guy that texted in last night? I brought it up in the postgame show. I mentioned it again this morning. He said he drove in from BC to Canmore.
I know.
To get some,
The
which I
border-
thought was
the
amazing.
border busted
Yeah,
late at
we,
night,
had, we had some people from Kelowna looking to try and get it. We have a store in Kelowna trying to get it out there. Obviously, we can't ship across the borders here.
Edson, somebody wants to know.
Edson, for
Okay,
sure.
Perfect.
Yep. Anywhere we've got a store.
Sobeys or Safeway Liquor.
Or Safeway Liquor.
Okay.
We've got it. And if they can't find it in their store, if they're sold out already, again, reach out to me. I'm trying to keep up on Twitter, on X, whatever it's called, and trying to keep up. But we'll try and get your product. And if I can't get it there myself,
I love
they're
that
gonna
you're like
reorder.
the guy who's like, "Hey, you know what? This would be one of those situations where if you need to borrow my truck,
That'd be
you can
great.
Borrow my truck.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Load up. Go just stop at AGLC.
Yeah, it's on empty.
I
You gotta
hear.
fill it up.
Yeah. Don't bring it back empty either. Yeah. It's just a big scam. Yeah. So I think we should try some beer here while we're sitting here.
I'm glad you brought in more Alley Cat stuff.
I did. I mean, I know from a previous draft that I took Apricot first overall. We're not doing Apricot today. We're going to, go away from Apricot.
My 2 favorite beers now are Apricot and the 6 o'clock.
In no particular order.
No, I mean I really love Apricot.
Yeah, Apricot's fantastic.
But the 6 o'clock lager's right there.
So we're gonna do a honey brown, which I don't think we've tasted on the show before. We've got the Fruitopia Tropical IPA. We've got the New Moon Hazy Pale, and then we'll finish it off.
Finish
with
it
the
off with the 6
o'clocker.
o'clocker.
So we're gonna go with the B League Honey Brown. This is a brown caramel toffee light.
It smells delicious.
Yeah. They local bee friendly charities. So some of the money from this goes back to kind of investing back. Bees are super important, obviously in agriculture. So they invest back some of this money back into bees, getting bees to be
very nice.
humming around farms
Bees-
and things like that.
bees are
super
really important.
They are
really important.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
We need to put more into the studying and reproduction of bees.
Yeah, I think so. Couldn't hurt. And it's
Filthy
great in
says,
beer.
"Hey, the beer isn't showing up on Liquor Connect." That's because it's different, right? Like,
Correct.
yeah,
So if you go on to Connect and see who ordered it, you'll see it on the map. You'll see all of our stores. If another liquor store, it's all we got it all. So
Sobeys
it's all
Sobeys
Sobeys and
is where
Safeway.
you get it, so.
For sure. So if you're looking for it and we don't have one of your stores,
I feel like he might be at a different liquor store and was like, "I want to get on Connect here." But
Probably.
we have a deal with Sobeys and Alley Cat that you
It's
get
our
at
it's our
Sobeys and
exclusive.
Safeway Liquor.
It's
so.
our it'll be our exclusive. There's a rule with once you get over a certain case limit, it has to go out to everybody.
What?
Yeah. So we'll take it right up to there, and then if then we'll
Well,
see
that's
what happens.
interesting.
Yeah. So
All
this
right.
is the B League Honey Brown, 5% alcohol, delicious honey brown.
Cheers to Ryan McLeod for slaying the
Clouder.
dragon
Yes.
last
Clouder.
night. Unbelievable.
Pickle in.
Gets the goal. Big one for him.
Delicious.
Oh man,
Honey brown, lots of honey, smooth finish.
Honey Brown does come across as a Christmassy beer to me.
Yeah.
Like the way this tastes, man.
It's nice on the
That's
throat.
like
That
that's
honey-
a, that's
that
a good
honey hug on the
holiday
throat.
holiday beverage.
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, little bit of little subtle sweetness to it, right?
Yeah.
Not overly sweet, but just
Honey's
a nice.
great.
That's really
An
nice.
underrated. What did you call it?
Honey?
A condiment,
Love
topping,
honey.
a dressing,
Topping?
a dip.
My kids put it on everything. Like
Yeah, but that liquid honey, like the homemade liquid, I mean, you get that in, a jar.
the beehive kind
Tommy
of
Gazzola?
shape, the squeeze
little
bottle.
legs in there too,
Yeah,
a stinger, you know.
Delicious.
Something.
I have honey in my tea every single morning, boys.
It's great, great for the throat.
I'm trying to support the bees.
There you go.
Absolute.
All right, what do we
All
got
right,
here?
so now let's look at this beautiful pour. This one. So this is going to be the tropical IPA. So this IPA, it's got low IBUs, so it's not like you're busting your mouth with big IBUs on this one. It is low.
The nose on this hits big time.
Very tropical. Yeah, pineapple, raspberry, mango.
This smells like vacation.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. It's a tropical place, right? That's exactly what they're trying to do. So this one here again, it's just a delicious, fruity IPA, balanced beer. Again, awesome. Everything from Alley Cat.
Well, cheers to all the AM Nasties
Unfiltered.
who moved the 6 o'clocker lager
Cheers.
yesterday. That was awesome. Shout out to all you guys. It's great.
And you can see that unfiltered. You can see that kind of the way that pours. It, so it's gonna be have that kind of real.
You can maybe have a floaty or two. Is that type of
Yeah,
in
no,
those?
yeah,
Yep.
for sure. And these ones, the unfiltered ones, you really do want to pour into a big glass, let them settle a little bit.
Oh, you do, hey?
Oh,
That's
yeah,
okay, all right.
for sure. And I really,
How long
every
when you
beer.
say let it settle? What do you do?
Just let that kind of bubbles kind of
Okay.
kind of go up to the top and
A little
everything
bit
kind of
ahead,
settle.
you know?
For sure, yeah.
Yeah,
And
okay.
you'll see too. I mean, we've opened different beers here, and some of them are more carbonated than others. That's certainly part of each style of beer. Depends on the carbonation you're going to get. But that one there, I like to pour nice into a big tall glass.
All right, what's this next? Look at the can on this next one.
I
This
know.
is
So
great.
this is the New Moon. So this is the hazy pale, easy drinking again. That's a terrible pour, but that's okay. First one always
You
is.
say that's okay.
Well, it's okay. It's okay because it's not mine.
I was gonna say.
It's releasing the
What
gas.
do you mean that's okay? Look at this thing.
Sorry, I'll get Eric's right. So this one here, we're going passion fruit. That's a big one. Pineapple. There's certainly some pine in this one, whereas
That's usually at the finish, right? The
Yeah,
pine,
exactly.
yeah.
You get some of the different styles of IPA. This one's a bit more ramped up in the IBUs. 4.2% alcohol, so it's still really easily. It's low alcohol still, so you can have a few of these. Sometimes these IPAs can ramp up to 7%, right? So you're getting, but that's not this one. This is New Moon is easily very, very drinkable. So great beer.
Okay, well, hey, I want to say a cheers to Sobeys and Safeway Liquor for partnering with us on the 6 o'clocker lager.
Cheers.
And it's been absolutely tremendous so far.
Delicious.
And all three of these beers are just unbelievable.
Not heavy, right? Still clean, crisp. And sometimes when people see that kind of hazy pale, they might think that it's going to have too much going on. This one here, when you finish it, it's kind of coming through now. The salivary grinds are kind of popping, but it's not heavy on the palate. It's quite light, and the pine comes through.
That's.
Yeah.
Sometimes you hit the description just spot on, and you take the words right out of the brain. But that's just it. Not
That's
heavy
why
at
he's
all.
the
Not
beer
heavy.
guy.
That's the beer guy.
Yeah, that's
You
why
got it
he's
all.
the beer guy.
That
That's
is-
why you
wow.
subscribe to the Beer of the Week podcast. You can find it. If you just go to edmontonsportstalk.com, you'll see the page for the Beer of the Week podcast. Click on that, subscribe, and it's just this segment. And in the future, probably some more beer content as well. But just this beer segment. If you don't want to listen to the whole show, just go and find Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week podcast. Go to edmontonsportstalk.com or just search it on wherever you get your podcasts, Sobeys and Safeway Liquor Beer of the Week, and you'll find it. Somebody said, are those little A&W mugs?
No,
they're not. They're
Beer
Fest mugs. Calgary Beer Fest mugs. Yeah.
We, Beer Fest is one of our big events that we sponsor with the guys at Beer Fest, and these mugs are perfect. So they do look like the little A&W ones for sure that you used to get. So again, this is the 6 o'clocker lager. I get the description from Alley Cat's perfect. It's refreshing, crushable lager,
Yes, it
crisp,
is.
clean taste with a
Clear.
dry finish, perfect for easy drinking after a long day or an Oilers game.
It's perfect for. I can't wait to get
Anytime.
this on the golf course.
I know.
Man. Like this is a year-round, smooth drinking, refreshing, crisp lager. It's unbelievable. This guy says, "Good morning. Is the 6 o'clocker lager available in Fort Mac?"
Of course, we have two stores.
Two
Thickwood
stores in
and
Fort
Clearwater.
Mac. You can go find it out there. Bonnyville and Cold Lake.
Yep.
Okay, that'll be available in Bonnyville
Check.
and Cold Lake as well. Basically, just look and see if
Yeah.
there's a Sobeys or Safer Liquor in your town.
You got it.
It will be there in Alberta, except for that poor guy in Manitoba today who was like, "Hey guys, my hot water tank broke, and the Oilers game was blacked out in my region, and he goes." And I live in Manitoba, so I'm never going to get the 6 o'clocker lager. Like, just a sad guy today.
He's out there.
Yeah.
He needs a road trip to Edmonton.
He does.
Yeah.
He does. Come get that. Well, so Eric said what'd you say? There's a
some
semi-truck
guy
driver
along
who's like,
that might be going through the province if you can catch him, right?
he's
Like,
going to pick it up and sell it across the prairie.
I did see that guy.
Yeah,
He's heading to Winnipeg. Yeah.
Anywhere in Camrose.
Yep.
Yes. Wherever they have a location.
Oh, sorry, Camrose. No, not in Camrose, but not in Camrose. We don't have a store in Camrose.
Oh, that's
I'm going to Camrose this weekend though, so it's like maybe we can figure something out.
You're the semi guy.
If you want to find Scott, he'll have a 6 o'clocker lager in the trunk of his car.
Exactly.
And he'll be selling it.
Out at Tilican Beach. Come say hi.
Yeah,
my
there you go.
cabin's out there.
Or are you putting it? What are you going to the cabin for in the winter?
We go all year.
What?
Yeah.
Year-round cabin.
Year-round cabin.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess if you're going to spend that much money on a cabin, it should be a year-round
You
thing.
better use it year-round.
Yeah.
How rustic is it?
It's rustic
You
enough.
guys have, but you're not one of those like satellite dish and all that.
No. I got internet. I got kids,
Yeah,
so you need internet. But it's rustic enough
I like
for
the
me.
year round.
Yeah, I know you got to
like
be year
that.
round. Yeah,
I had no idea that. I didn't even know people could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought everybody just shut her down and that was it.
Dock in, dock out. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
I wish. Maybe that's off the schneid.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, the dock is in.
He's going to slay the dragon here. Well, guys, it looks like I have to tell the wife we're moving from Vegreville. Actually, from Rory, not McElroy.
The mass exodus begins.
All right, well, let's go. Cheers to Alley Cat
Yes.
for putting together just an absolutely delicious beer.
Great host
Opens
the other
the
night
door.
as well.
Yeah, that
Cheers,
party
Alley
was
Cat.
absolutely amazing.
Top grade.
Let's have a 6 o'clocker lager, boys. Here we go.
Delicious. Yeah.
I mean, what are you
give me a
supposed to do?
wing.
It's tremendous.
It's exactly the way description. Clean, crisp.
It is.
Dry finish.
It's
great lager.
My wife and I are going to have one tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said to her
That's
last night. I
nice.
said, "You want to have?" I was going downstairs though to watch the rest of the game. She goes, "Let's wait and have one tomorrow." So
That's good. So that's nice. You guys are sharing one. I was doing stuff, picking up my daughter.
We're gonna each have one.
From work, and I came home. My wife had drank the one.
What? Without
that was
you
in
there?
my fridge.
What?
So I was like,
Wow.
was it good? She said, yeah, it was great.
I don't want this to
gauge,
I don't want this to come across the wrong way, but your wife is really rude.
Yeah, well, she likes beer. Yeah.
You can pass me the rest of that. Let's pour
no
another
problem,
one.
yeah.
We got to have another one here.
I do like, though, you and Tammy taking it sip for sip out of the same can.
Yeah.
Like, that's
straw.
That's
A shared straw.
Yeah,
We
we
wrapped
wrapped
our
our
arms around each other.
Yeah.
Very romantic.
Plastic straw.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I thought you were just going to take the can there.
Yeah. No. I just share with everybody, right?
All right. Which one do you
You might as well have one more there. Okay.
Yeah.
Nash
I'd say
says,
we'll
"Does
have
it taste like excellent?" Yes, it does take like it's. We were going to say, so what type of contest
Yeah,
do
we
we
wanted
put
to
this
enter.
in to win awards? You know.
Yeah, the Canadian Beer Awards.
Oh
maybe.
man, the CBAs.
Could
Yes.
we do it? Are we, like, eligible, I guess?
Yeah, I mean that's up to the geniuses over at Alley Cat. They certainly could enter this.
We could stack the ballot box. No
Well,
problem.
you got to get a judge on board then. So
Yeah.
They have judges.
I like the idea of us. Like
Winning.
a big story comes out. It's like Edmonton Sports Talk
Wins
bribes judge to
Embroiled
win
in,
Canadian Beer Awards, and we'll take it.
Yeah.
because it gets you on the map.
For sure it does.
gets you on the map.
Any news is good news. I mean, this could certainly. I think it's a really great beer, even without everything else going on. It's just a great lager. It really is a really good beer, and I we've said it before that this is, I think, the start of something with this kind of line of beers.
Yeah,
the possibilities,
which
man.
is awesome.
There's lots of other breweries that want a partner that are good partners. You know, this is a show that it works.
But
So you're
everybody, you
saying
get an
at some
artist on
point,
and-
at some point, the Ale of the North might actually.
I think it has to happen.
I know it does.
With Ryan McLeod riding a dragon. on
Yeah.
the
The
Yeah.
Ale of the North can would be phenomenal.
Yeah, well, I think Gager probably needs an IPA at some point.
Gager would probably need an IPA.
Some sort of racing type of.
We'll find. Anyway, so it's nice to know that it's going to work.
It works.
And if the beer's delicious, people are going to buy it.
Yep.
And it is. So let's cheers one more time to the 6 o'clocker lager. And
Cheers.
the
All you
future
nasties
of the,
out there.
Cheers to you guys.
Thanks,
Get it
guys.
down your throats.
I should have brought one for
My
Trev.
God.
Throw one at Trev.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Next time.
Yeah, those are warm.
Yeah, this one's good.
Trev's going to drink enough of it tonight.
Yeah,
He's
good.
all right. That's his
Good
plan
man.
already.
Get that stash
Yeah,
off. Good.
yeah,
and frothy.
exactly. That's
Good
right.
and frothy.
All right, let's get into the wrap for William Huff. We're going to have sound of the day, text of the day here coming up as well. Lieutenant Eric, what'd you learn on the show today, buddy?
Mountain bomb.
The only reason I'd like if they got him was for the Seinfeld bit.
Wouldn't that be something, hey?
Yeah,
We already
that
had
would be-
the Frank. I mean, I don't know, sound of the day. You probably want to maybe one of the gold songs.
Yeah,
but
well,
that-
I mean, no,
Thank
but
you for the Costanza.
it's
clip.
kind of tight here. But
That
yeah, this was a nice addition to the show today. Yeah, earlier in the week we had the John Wick, I'm back.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Today we added the Costanza, I'm back.
I'm back, baby.
Frank Costanza. He didn't want to
best
cook
camera
anymore.
shot. Yeah.
And then he cracks that egg and I'm back, baby.
That's the nurse goal, going past the Hellebuck glove. That's the egg crack.
Yeah.
He knows at that point.
Yeah,
he's back.
exactly. Darnell Nurse when Connor Hellebuck allowed just a horrible goal last night.
I'm back, baby.
It really worked. I thought that was good. Did you learn anything on the show today?
I learned that the Nasties are passionate. I think I knew
Oh
that
my
before,
God, eh?
but oh my goodness! Like
This
my
confirms
phone
it, though,
blowing
right?
up.
Like-
Yeah, they are a great group of people, and meeting a bunch of them at Alley Cat was awesome. And Yeah, it's
Yeah,
good
that was a
folk.
good chance for you to rub some shoulders.
Yeah,
with,
yeah. A bunch of the guys came
Names
up
and-
names.
yeah.
I said
Isn't
to
that
my
funny?
wife, it's like people come up to you, hey, I'm Trevor the Savage. It's like it's like I'm Fergie's prostate. It's kind of funny.
Dude, if you thought that you should have been at the Summer Bash.
Yeah.
The Summer Bash was the launch party on steroids.
Yeah.
Because it was 200 people. They all had their name tags.
Conseco-esque.
And
Like it was just big heads.
And it was on.
Well, it was emotional.
Like,
at
we
that
were
point
there
too,
until
right?
2:30.
Yeah.
Nasty Bash 2.0 next summer is going to be even more insane.
And people were asking, too, if we could perhaps get this on a tap somewhere. Or something
Actually,
like that
so how
moving
does that work?
forward.
If they're going to run off more, because I've had like a couple buddies who own bars, like just smaller bars, not like a big franchise. He's like, dude, is this coming in kegs? Because I want to put it on tap.
Yeah.
Is that something we kind of reach out to Alley Cat? and be
That's
like,
Alley
can we-
Cat. Yeah,
okay,
that's Alley Cat's kind of that's up to them for sure. But I would think that they'd be okay with it. There's a lot of kind of intricacies with the on-premise business.
Okay.
But
I mean, the guy who's
Alley Cat's
reaching out
really
should
good.
kind of know about that.
Yeah,
too, right?
yeah. Reach out to Cam and Lachlan. I'm sure they'll have a real good answer for you. But I mean, what we've learned here with dealing with Alley Cat, we've dealt with Alley Cat for a long time. Been around since '95, right? So they are very eager and open, and they're just good dudes, right? So I'm sure they're going to want to try and get it in as many places as possible.
Before we forget as well, I do believe gift card's still on the line. Sobeys and Safeway Liquor.
Yeah, for
Text
sure.
right
Yeah,
now.
definitely. Text in Beer Me. Just text in Beer Me right now to 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. All you have to do is text in Beer Me. We got $50 gift card to Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, which you can go pick up and get yourself some 6
And
o'clock or lager.
it's $13.99 for a 4-pack this week. Like, I mean, like really. I don't even think I mentioned the price, but yeah,
I feel really bad. Like
$13.99.
I want to buy so much of it that I've got like a stack at the house.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to like. Well, I guess
Scrooge
if you guys, if we're
we'll
doing,
get you some.
But if we're doing another run,
yeah,
like it's not like we're not going to be able to get it at some point. I was in full blown COVID toilet paper panic mode. Where I was just like, damn it, like
the end is near.
What are my kids gonna drink? You know, like I had to get my hands
Marshall's
on that one,
first
so.
beer. You
Yeah.
can live with me now.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah, Marshall. Why'd you allow your son to drink at 8 years old? Well, we launched a 6 o'clock lager. He's a huge fan of the show.
You're gonna live with me.
You're gonna
now.
live with me now. Here it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna take care of you. Cause I love you. Oh, I love you, John. Oh, I love you, John.
Paris Jewelers inbox right now is a.
It's a spicy meatball there?
Is a Beer Me is getting around in that.
Oh, they
inbox
want to
right
get
now.
on a little
Holy
bit of
hell,
that.
we're gonna
Yeah,
crash it here.
that does. That makes sense. That makes sense.
That's awesome.
I like this guy. Hey, can you get an update on that meeting with the airport yesterday? Did you get the private jet? We didn't get the private jet yet. Let's see where it goes. But one day that's let's see what.
EST plane, EST beer,
An EST de-icing truck. But I mean, you're sitting there waiting, all pissed off. I'm like, oh.
I think that's where we start.
You waving
Yeah.
from the crane as they spray the wing.
I'd do it.
That's pretty good. All right, so the hangout, Maddie, hangout ready to go.
The bullpen is.
Yeah, you're good to go, Tommy. What are you munching on there, Tommy? Glue guy always delivers food. Trev, what'd you get? What did he drop off to you? I don't know. Tim Hortons wrap? Ooh. You got Trev a Tim Hortons wrap?
Yeah, it's the bacon and sausage farmer's wrap.
Bacon and sausage. Bacon and sausage. Wow. That's not a thing.
Wow.
Both? No. I always just get the sausage farmer's wrap.
Is that secret menu?
Bacon and sausage, man. That'll kill you.
The protein pack.
Could be.
God, that's amazing. Anyway, the hangout's coming up. You can keep autoplay on. We'll take you right over to the hangout as well. I'm trying to dive into a text of the day, but between the giveaways we had today,
the inbox,
and now this, like the inbox is taking an absolute pounding here today. So I'm trying to find a text of the day. What we'll do is we'll find a text of the day and we'll contact you after. I'm gonna have to sort through. I mean, there's too many in here.
Great mess.
Here we go. Let's just go with this one. Yeah, let's go with this one. This is good. This is good. You kind of got lucky here because it just sort of popped up in front of me.
You know how to play the game. That's,
I mean, no, but it came in at 7:19.
Okay.
I was just kind of scrolling through and I saw it.
see.
Tristan Jarry for Ryan McLeod. They both have the same goal total. And they were both empty netters.
Love it.
Yeah.
I wonder if they could pull that trigger. I like Ken Holland to call him and be like, listen, you looking for guys who got one goal? You got a guy that's got 1 goal too. Yeah. What do you think, Tristan Jory? Yeah, I like that. Okay, T-Mac, the rugby guy.
Something
you got
there.
that, Rick?
I got it.
T-Mac, the rugby guy. You have won text of the day, $20 gift card to A&W. What are we watching tonight? Well, we're watching that college football game tonight.
Pac-12, baby. Ducks and Huskies. It's Oregon. It's Washington from Sin City. Kicking off championship weekend in college football, so it should be. And then with the NHL, what a quiet night. NBA
quiet night.
wraps
2
on the
games.
court,
2 games that nobody really cares about.
Ducks, Huskies, get that game going.
All right, the hangout is coming up from 9 to 11. Lock Shop, huge one. We'll be setting up all of our best bets in the NFL. We were perfect on the NFL game last night. Hit a bunch of different things. It was good. Hustle and I will be back at 11. Oil stream today with myself and Tommy Guzzola as we continue to ask. If you don't think they're back, why not? We'll get into that. Solidarity. That was really good. This
Solidarity.
guy, unbelievable.
Here,
6
here.
o'clocker lager. If your stores were sold out yesterday, we're going to try to get more in there right now.
Yep.
And it was just announced by Scott, we're doing another run of it with Alley Cat, which is awesome. So thank you for all the support, all you nasty 6 o'clockers, everybody who's got this beer. And we're not messing around. We're not just saying, oh, get it because it's our beer. This is an absolutely delicious lager. You're going to love it. It goes down super smooth. And enjoy them throughout the weekend. Nielsen Show will be back on Monday morning at 6 o'clock. For YouTube, Trev, Redbeard here from Sobeys, Lieutenant Eric, I am Dustin Nielsen. Stick around. Autoplay will take you right on over to the hangout. Going to be a great show today as well. Tell your friends about Edmonton Sports Talk and take it easy.